Hello, hello, hello. Okay. Okay. Well, I know it's 8 p.m. The thing is that I overslept at noon. So now I don't think I'm going to be able to sleep at night. That will be a big issue if I still got a job, but I guess not right now. Okay, let's share to Twitter and LinkedIn. How do you pronounce LinkedIn? Let me see. There we go. How do you say that?
Making professional contacts and exchanges.
Nobody cares.
How do you go about pronouncing the name of this social media? LinkedIn. LinkedIn.
LinkedIn.
LinkedIn.
LinkedIn.
LinkedIn social media.
Okay, thank you. It's LinkedIn. Something like that. Okay. No. Okay. Well, let's continue where I left off. Oh wait, I'm missing my. Well, since I'm fresh from sleeping in the afternoon, maybe I don't really need my Pomodoro clock, or should I use it? Maybe I'm going to use it just to avoid losing the habit, you know. Yeah, why not? Okay. So, oh, whoa, what happened? Okay. Never mind. The thing is that two windows with the same name are popping up when I open the app. So every single time I need to play around with this. There we go. Okay, so the phone is ready. Okay, it's charging on the dock now. Let me start the work session. Work session has begun. Okay. I don't see. Oh, wait, it's off. Never mind. There we go. So, in the last session, I was building this exercise. And I'm getting a lot of issues here because I don't really know how to use either the path library or well, basically it's just the path library, the one that is giving me issues because I don't really know how to use it. So I'm figuring out. Okay. So what was I doing? Okay, so on the source path, I am iterating over the path given, and it's going to iterate over files on this directory. Okay, so it's not going to give anything like directory names or the special path names like the current folder and the previous folder. So far, so good. A child suffix. So if the current file or the child is an extension of JPEG or JPEG, then I need to convert the image, basically. So I'm creating an image variable here. I'm opening the an image using the path here. I'm passing in the image object here. And now this is where I'm pretty much lost for what I'm supposed to be doing here. So let's recap. Well, I'm using a temporary file name here. So this is going to get the file name. Just the name of the file and no extension or no suffix in this case. File name 2 is going to, I'm trying to use this to build the new name for the file. So that's why with name, I don't really know how this works. Let me see. Return a new path with the file name change. But what does that mean? Let's check out. There we go. But this is for pure path. This is not for path. Yeah, I don't think this is going to work. Yeah, no. No, I don't think that's going to work. Maybe I should try, before doing anything else, I should try to print out step by step what's going on. So first, I'm going to print out file name and see what I'm getting here, just to be sure that this thing is going to work as expected. Okay, so this is stem. It's giving me the name of the file without the path or the suffix or the extensions. So okay, so squirtable, those are the JPEG or JPG files, just the names. So what happens? Let's try something else. Let's try this one here and see if this works, because I don't really remember. Let's see what happens there. Okay, I'm getting an issue here. On the first one, okay, so why did it fail? Value error, invalid name, a Squirtle. Okay, what am I trying to do there? I'm trying to do a lot of things here. Child with name. Let's see. Child with name. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm replacing the actual name, including the suffix here. This is for pure path class. I wonder if I have that one. So I just need the PNG name there. But no. What are you going to return? This is a string. Okay. So with name, and I need to pass here as an argument a string. So it's going to give me a path. So what I can do is say, you know what? File name is the variable, and I may like you to concatenate this. Maybe I can just create a formatted string and save myself a lot of headache, you know. Yeah, because I'm overcomplicating this, and I'm using Python 3. There we go. So I'm getting the file name, dot, and the suffix. In this case, I already know that I may like to have the PNG And that should be it. That should be enough. And there we go. I'm getting, oh, this is interesting. Look at this. It's not giving me just the name. It's giving me the entire directory. So this is another issue I have here. Okay, coughing.jpg is going to be EMG raw, coughing PNG. So I'm not getting just the name and the extension here. I am getting the entire directory and the name of the file. So it is changing the suffix though. So that part I have it good. I wonder if I can do something like file name child dot with directory or something like that. Let me see. With underscore. With a stamp. What's that? Return a new path, then change. No. With suffix? No. Damn it. That's the last one. Relative to. Fuck. Maybe I can use this one. Okay. Match, join path. Look at this. But if I do this, so the thing here, yeah. Wait a minute. I don't need this. So this is a string, right? So this is a string. This is the file name. If I just run this, I'm getting the name of the files without the path. So that's it. I don't need to. So I am just one step away from solving this. So I wonder if I can use this join path method in order to join the destiny path to this thing. I wonder if I need to convert this string into a path object. That's another question I have. Let's figure out. Another temp variable. Or maybe I don't need another one. Or maybe I do. Let's make a let's refactor later. So okay. So if I need two things here, child dot join path, and I need two things. First, the destiny path, and let's see the documentation and a list of arguments, so I can basically join a lot of paths, not just two. In this case, I just need two. In my case, this is a path. Let's see what are the attributes. Other str path. So not necessarily. File name too. Maybe I can. Does this mean that I can use paths and strings, or I need to convert this to a string? I don't get it. Let's see. Well, I see he's using strings here. Yeah. I wonder if I need to str, no, str. Is this valid? Well, let's find out. Okay, that's not valid. Maybe I just need to cast it as a string and make my own life easier. Yeah, okay, I'm closer. It's still concatenating. Wait, the destiny image processed. That's the name. Why? Why is doing that? Oh yeah, because I am on child. Never mind. Yeah, I need child join path. Yeah, it's joining the path of 3 paths here. It's joining 3 paths. The first one, this, is the child being iterated on. The second path is this, the destiny path. And the third one is this string over here. Huh. So maybe I just need this. I wonder if this is legal. Join path. Look at this. It's self. So this way, I'm not going to join with another object. I'm just going to be joining these two. Screw you. Let me see. Join pair, return self, make child args. Okay, so I guess what I can do is instantiate a new object, you know. I wonder if I can class path, and I need a string. So that's going to be destiny here. Destiny path. And then I wonder if I can call the join here. I think so. It's going to be even better. There we go. And there we go. We're getting somewhere. It's going to be in process 2, in the directory emg process 2 squares.png. So I already have the right name. Okay. Okay. I might refactor all of this, obviously. And now we just need to save the image into a new folder. File name 3 is going to be it. I already have the suffix, so all of this is going to be replaced with file name 3, and you already contain the directory path, the file name, and the suffix, and the PNG format. So that means that if I do, wait, what? If I do this, and now it was an instant, so which means that I already created the pictures. Let me see. Process. What? Why? And it's stuck. What? Oh my God. What happened? Okay, looks like it's stuck. It's not responding. It's not even alt tab. Okay. Okay. I guess I'm going to need to restore the computer. I don't know what happened there. Probably if the computer is asking me for whoa, the video is going crazy now. Okay, what? Okay. Whoa, what happened here? Okay. Restarting the PC should not be difficult. I guess that if the lid is down, it's not going to restart properly. Okay, so I wonder why. Oh, wait. Maybe I need to close the file or something. Okay. What? Oh my God. No. God damn it. I'm going to install this. Thank you. Now go away. Wait, what? I can no longer zoom in or out? No. I'm no longer able to zoom in or out. Okay, that's weird. No. I'm trying to figure out if I need to save or to... No. Looks like the image object is processing everything just fine. I should not be needing to... Let's see if I can open the files. I can see that the process folder here is marked. Whoa! It weighs 2.7 gigabytes. Yeah, that's not okay. And actually, I cannot delete it. What? Oh, so I'm going to need this. There we go. So 2.7 gigabytes. So I guess it was not just a stock. It was processing stuff. It was creating pictures all over again. I wonder why. This iteration. Okay, let's comment out. Let's comment out. There we go. I am able to zoom in again. There we go. So my plan will be to comment out the last create picture command. Maybe I'm doing something very wrong here, obviously. Wait. Oh, great. Oh, because I am inside the EMG folder. Okay. Well, it's this one here. Okay, I need 2 arguments. Thank you. EMG raw, that's the source. And EMG, let's say test 1. Okay. So EMG test 1. Okay, that's fine. That's actually fine. The thing is, I don't know why the folder is forbidden. Look at that. Why? This doesn't make any sense. Well, obviously, I'm going to need to do a sudo again. You know. There we go. Okay. So something is going on here. I believe that I need to get a step back to the creation of the folder. There we go here. I think I'm doing something very wrong over here. Okay, why? I believe the mode is wrong. I wonder what can I do. The mode is wrong. Okay, let's see. What? Yeah, restore, bro. There we go. There we go. Mode 511. Create a new directory at this given path. If mode is given, it is combined with the process UMass value to determine the file mode and access flags. Is the path already exists? File exists or erase. Okay. Yeah, I guess this is if I say 777, that should be a valid value, isn't it? And that should it's a public folder. Maybe I understanding this the wrong way. Let's edit. I'm going to remove the mode. Maybe I just don't need it. Oh yeah, because I was wrong. There we go. Okay, let's see if the now test 1 is a regular folder. Thank you. Okay, well, I guess I can take a break right now. Things that I want to buy. But I'm thinking about it because, you know, money is going to be short. But don't worry. I do have a plan, actually. Okay. I'm going to close some of the tabs because most of these tabs don't really help in doing anything. Oh, look, I'm getting a recommendation for my own stream. That's funny. It's already fixed? No? It's still blocked. Well, they are working on it. Diamond, okay. That's funny. I wonder wonder if I can do this a little bigger. There we go. Whoa, look at, oh my God. 2 processors. Whoa, that's massive. Dual Xeon, so Intel. 1.5 terabytes of RAM memory and up to 72 terabytes of storage. Well, it's as impressive as it is. Sadly, most of these computers end up being just like this, basically. A desktop computer, and that power is not really being used. That's funny. What's this? Oh yeah, this is going to be news. Apparently, some worker freaking from Project Veritas, Twitter employee confirms bias at Twitter since I was right, says Tim Pool. Well, I don't think it matters because, well, it was obvious. So this is not really, this is just confirmation of something that we all knew. Yeah. Yeah, I guess there is nothing new here. Ugh. What? An accident.
Marlon Botas Fuentes. Soy requerido en la Fiscalía del Estado de Veracruz por el delito de feminicidio, señalado de perpetrarlo en contra de Montserrat Pendime Roldán. Cabe destacar que lo que la Fiscalía del Estado señala como un feminicidio fue un lamentable accidente y no es nada cercano a lo que se dice en redes o en el expediente. Que soy yo el que debe rendir cuentas ante la autoridad que me solicita. La libertad de mis padres permitirá llevar un juicio justo en el cual se podrá explicar qué fue lo que pasó en realidad.
Aquí lo hemos estado diciendo ya.
Mi nombre es Marlon Botas Fuentes.
Wow, he looks like he needs a bath and a shave. So what happened there? I don't know. And that happened here in my state in Veracruz. So yeah, Mexico is a very violent place right now, and it's been for years now. Okay.
Asesinada la joven de 20 años, Montserrat Vedimes Roldán. Ella se encontraba en su casa acompañada de su novio Marlon Botas, pero fue golpeada brutalmente y murió 6 días.
Oh, that was not an accident, dude. She was beaten to death. Whoa. That was not an accident. Okay. So I'm getting the right file name, the right path. So I guess that now I'm going to be able to, I guess like when I try to build the folder with the mode, somehow the folder was owned by somebody else, maybe root, I don't know, and I was not able to write inside the folder, so I just skipped the mode. But I don't know, maybe I don't know how it works, but anyway. So I removed the mode and looks like the folder is working fine right now. So I guess that now I should be able to just save the picture. And that should be it. There we go. Took some time. I may like to see. And there we go. Looks like we have PNGs now. Well, looks like we have our first converter. Before closing this, I might like to refactor this mess. So yeah. Should I extract functions? I don't think so. It's just an exercise. Too much work for that. The first thing I'm gonna do is delete these print statements. What refactoring should I do here? Well, maybe I could do an inline because this temporary variable, well, actually, look at this. This file name variable, I never use it. I don't think I'm using it. Okay. So what I could do is extract this and place it here. And it's the same thing, but now I can use this unused file name there. There we go. File name is equals to child stem plus the .png file extension here. And now I can do the same thing, an inline extraction here. I might extract all of this and replace that here like this. And I don't need this variable here. And all of this variable might disappear. I don't really need it anymore. And there we go. File name is going to be equals a new path that starts at the destiny path, and then I join with another path, which is basically the file name and the PNG suffix, and that's it. And now I use that variable name here in order to write or save the new PNG file. And now it looks even better. It's more readable. Yeah, it's readable. This is way too generic. There we go. File name, or maybe converted. Converted EMG. There we go. That's a better name. Converted EMG. Okay. And that's it. Now let's make sure that it's going to work. Didn't print anything. It took a while. And looks like, let me delete a couple of these files and try it out again. There we go. Here we have all the files again. Okay, I guess I'm pretty much done here. I probably should refactor all of this, or maybe just put the loop, because this is part of the block, and I should maybe move this inside the try block. You know? I am just catching the index error here. And maybe I should move this as an exception, but it's just an exercise. I'm not going to use this as is, if ever. So let's try again. And there we go. Yeah, why not? Let's add the pictures too. Oh. Yeah, I know it's going to bloat my my repo. I should probably not do that again, because pictures tend to blow the history if I add them as files on Git. So anyway. So finally, well, there are some updates. The NVIDIA driver is asking me all the time to update. But anyway, let's watch.
So that you can say, hey, I want these files in Pokédex and I want to write to this new file. So we're going to use the OS module for that. And then obviously we're going to use the pillow module to convert the images.
Oh, he's using the OS.
This exercise is going to require a bit of Googling on your case, which is a good skill to develop. So in the next video, I'm going to show you how to do this. I'll see you in that one. Good luck. Bye-bye.
He's using the OS. Quit node on GitHub. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's okay.
Welcome back. How was it? Was it tough? I hope you don't hate me for making it a little bit tough.
It was
It's
a little
really
tough.
good thing. And remember, if you didn't get it right away, that's not a big deal. This is how we learn. So let's make this a little bit bigger. There you go. And start off with our first step, which is to grab these two arguments that we're going to have to use. So how can we do this? Well, first thing we're going to do is, let's say, path, which is the first path of our images, or let's just call it image folder. And this image folder is going to use sys.argv, which is the arguments. And remember, the argv is, this is the first one, which is the Python file. This is the second, and this is the third. The way programming works, we start with 0, then 1, then 2. So all we're going to say is argv1 here. And then for the second one, which is the output folder, it's going to be sys.argv2. So I always like testing what we've done, because we want to make sure that our assumptions are correct. So let's just print image folder and output folder. And let's just run this file. All right, look at that. We got Pokédex and new. It looks like this is working. Awesome. So we did the first task. What about the second one? The second one is to check if this new folder exists. If not, we need to create it so we can use it in here to put images. So again, this sounds like an if statement. So I'm going to say if, and then check if the folder exists. So the way we can do that is using the OS module. Now there's also the pathlib module that you can use. It's completely up to you. Now with the OS, what we can do is say os.path.exists. And this is just going to check, hey, does this exist? So I'm going to say output folder, does this exist? So let's just see what the output of this is. So before I even do the if statement, again, I like testing my code. So I'm going to say if OS path exists. Or sorry, instead of if one. Right. Let's run this. And we get false.
No.
Why is it false? Because it doesn't exist. So in order for our if statement to work, we actually have to do this. We have to say if not, because we want to get the opposite, right?
It doesn't
so if this doesn't exist, then we want to
create it
so that we can do something within this block, which is to create the folder. So how can we do that? Once again, we use the OS module, and we use the make dirs, or make directory method, and we just give it the directory output folder. So again, let's test our code. And if I run this, look at that. We have the new folder. Awesome. And this way, if I run this code again, we see that we don't create another folder because, well, we're just checking this. And because this folder exists now, we're not going to duplicate and make another folder. Awesome. So step by step, we're making headway. And again, you may be asking yourself, hold on, Andre, I never learned about make dirs. How do I do that? And again, this is something that you just have to practice, where you look up what the module does and you Google around. And
it's the library.
It's memorized as a program. Don't hate me.
Yeah.
I'm just helping you practice that muscle. All right, last part.
Hello.
The Pokédex, grab each image and convert it and save it to the new folder. So how can we do that? Well, we do a for loop, and we'll say file name in, and then again, we'll use the os.list directory. And this is going to be the items in the directory. So with list dir,
just files.
Is just give it the image folder.
Okay.
And in here, we now have each of these file paths. Now in here, I can say image equals image.open. And what should we do here? Because remember, we're going to open this every time, right? And this file, JPEG to PNG, is outside of these folders. So we somehow need to open these images at the Pokédex. But remember, we want to use whatever the input is because folder Pokédex might not be always the same. So instead of grabbing the Pokédex folder, we'll just simply use an F string. And within this F string, I'm going to say we want the image folder, which is going to give us the Pokédex slash. And the slash here, because we assume that the user is going to enter the slash, we don't have to include it in here. And then give another string, which will be the file name, which we grab from here. So we now open these images, each one of them, and then we can just convert them, right? So let's convert them by saying image.save. And once again, we're going to use an F string and do the same thing, but this time for the output folder. So I'm going to say output folder, give it the file name, and then comma, and then convert it to PNG. And just for fun, let's just say print all done to let us know that every time an image gets processed, we print all done. Now, we're going to try and run this code. There's actually a bug in this code that we're going to have to fix, but let's just see what happens. So I'm going to run this. And there we go. We have all done, all done, all done, all done, 4 images. And it looks like it worked, right? Let's have a look. If I go to the new folder,
no.
It looks like these are still in JPEGs.
Yeah, because the name.
Why would that be? I thought we should be converting these, right?
Uh,
Well, what if within here the save, we'll do a .png. So again, let's make this a little bit smaller. So we'll say save as .png in file format PNG. If I run this,
it's going to concatenate.
But oh, we have .jpeg.png. What's going on here? Well, we have to clean our name, right? So what we need to do is when we grab the image open, we need to remove the .jpeg from the image so we can save it as a PNG. So how can we do
But you are working with the strings, though.
There's actually a useful tool that we can use with the OS module that allows us to do this. So what we can do is we can say clean name, and we'll say os.path.split text. And what this is going to do is it's going to split the text for us. So let me show you. I'm going to say file name. And in here, I'm not going to save anything. I'm going to comment this out. And I just want to print clean name. So let's just see what split text does.
I guess a couple, maybe.
Again. Oh, and I have an extra T in here. It should be split text. So let's say that again. And look at that. It gives me a tuple that splits the text between the name and the extension. That's extremely useful. So we just need to keep this first part.
So the index 0 is going to be the name.
0. So the first item in the tuple.
I guess.
So now, if I go back to this, and instead of file name, we use the clean name to save the image, this should work. So let me remove some of the comments here. And another thing I want to do is I want to remove all these images because we don't need them anymore. We ideally have just PNG images. So I'm going to actually remove this new folder. So let's say delete. Okay, you can delete it. There you go. I'm going to save. And let's see if this works now. Let's run our command. All done. If we go back, hey, check that out. All our images are now PNG. And you saw how fast that was. We just created our first JPEG to PNG converter. This file can now convert, as long as you give it a folder with, you can give it hundreds of images, thousands of images of JPEG, and it's going to convert them to PNG. If you want, you can even resize them. You can even add image filters to them. And we're able to do that all with a few lines of code of Python and some useful libraries. Very, very cool. Now we're just scratching the surface here, but you're starting to see the power of Python. We have a problem, and this problem can be solved with Python and its libraries. And by just doing a bit of Googling, a little trial and error, and debugging our code, we just made something that could potentially save us a lot of time instead of doing this manually. Good job if you've gotten this far. This is our first image processing project. I hope you're excited. There's still lots more to cover, but give yourself a pat on the back, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.
Okay. Opencv. So this was my first project.
You've just learned about image processing. And image processing is similar to video processing. They're both essentially analyzing a frame of an image and doing something with that data. So where do you go from here? Well, we can use libraries like Pillow, which are really great for simple images, or you can use something like Opencv. And Opencv is a very powerful library. As a matter of fact, Opencv is used with machine learning, like self-driving car. You can see over here, somebody built an Opencv Python neural network autonomous RC car. Yes, what we learned, although is just scratching the surface, leads us to learn about autonomous driving and machine learning. Now, we have a section on machine learning in this course, so we're going to dive deeper into that. But with this newfound knowledge, you can even explore libraries like Opencv, if you're interested in this topic, to learn how to analyze images and how to maybe use machine learning to do exciting things in the field of AI. This I'm leaving up to you to explore on your own. Again, the beauty with Python is that you can go in so many directions throughout your career. But for now, we still have lots more to learn, so I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Wait. Okay, but I thought you were going to make at least an example.
How
Just give me a minute. Opencv. So what does this do? So this is a library for computer vision. Oh, look at this. An artificial intelligence kit. A small camera with hardware accelerator, neural networking, and stereoscopic depth perception. So basically, it's an iPhone camera. Boring stuff. I wonder why did he mention this if he's not going to make an example of or anything. Let's see if there are some videos about it. I guess these are just talks. Okay. So is image recognition or something like that? Okay, I guess it's recognizing the surfaces. Interesting. Oh, you can render your own space in 3D. Well, is that a bee? Okay, not much explanation, but anyway. Let's continue then. Okay, PDF with Python.
We process them. I mean, we've learned about working with files in our previous section with Python. And you can imagine that we can work with any files. We've learned about image processing, but we've also learned that we can just manipulate any text file, any PDF file, any CSV or Excel file. These are all just file types that we can process and work with in Python. In this section, we're going to talk about PDF and how this might work. And this knowledge of PDF will transfer to different file formats. Now, we're going to talk about Excel files and CSV files later on in the course when we get into machine learning. But for now, let's work with PDFs and see how we can use Python to make our lives easier. Now, I'm going to link to some PDF files that we have here that we're going to use in this section. We have a simple dummy PDF file. We have another PDF file that actually has 2 pages. And then we have a watermark PDF, which we're going to save for our final project in this section.
Okay.
But let's go back here. From what we've learned so far, what do you think our first step is? Well, our first step is to find a library that we can use with Python to process PDF files. And get ready. For this section, I have a really impressive website. Probably the best website you've seen. Probably the cleanest, most modern website when it comes to the package that we're installing. We're installing something called pip3 install py-pdf2. Now, there's a lot of packages that we can install when it comes to PDFs. This is the one that I recommend for the course. Now, while this is installing, in my case, it's already installed. Let me show you what their website documentation looks like. Get ready. It's pretty.
Okay, let's see. Install py-pdf2. Okay, that was very quick.
Here it is. Wow, right? I don't know why, but for some reason, documentation websites are not the prettiest. I mean,
Yeah,
this is also
they look
subjective, right? Some people like
awful.
this, but it just doesn't get you excited about working with PDFs.
No.
Anyway, you can see over here that it's actually not that big of a library. And you can click on the documentation and again, read through everything. But
Okay.
let's just learn the basics. So the first thing I'm going to do is import py-pdf2. And what we're going to do is work with the first one, the dummy.pdf, which is just this PDF file that is one single page that says dummy PDF file. Nothing too exciting. Now, how can we open this file? we know this from previous lessons, right? We can use the with open command, and we'll say dummy.pdf. And I can say it like this because we're in the same folder. I have a pdf.py file that I've created. So I'm just saying, hey, grab the dummy PDF from the same directory.
Okay.
And in here, let's for now just do read, because I want to read the file, and then just say as file. And for now, print file to see what we get. I'm going to run this file by saying Python 3.
Just the object, I guess.
All right, I got a text IO wrapper, name dummy PDF. All right, it looks like it's working. Let's just explore this a little bit more to see that it is indeed working. What we can do is actually use the PyPDF to read the file. So let's do this. We can say reader equals PyPDF and use the method PDF file reader. Again, it allows us to read this Python file.
Okay, it's going to create an object, I guess. Oh,
and we'll just print reader, and we can ask for a number of pages. Again, this comes with the library. So let's run this.
Oh, okay.
All right, we get an error. It says PDF read warning. PDF file reader stream file object is not in binary mode. What does that mean? Well, remember, binary is ones and zeros, right? If I click on dummies, dummy.pdf, this is not the PDF we thought. This is how a PDF should look. But you see, depending on the program that you're running, it might not be able to read the PDF file. So what we need to do, and this is just a standard that you have to remember, is that we want to read the binary. So it's read and then
binary.
So what happens here
I get
is that
it.
this creates a file stream object.
Yeah, it's not a
So we're going
text
to convert
file.
the file object to binary mode, so that the pypdf2 file reader
That can actually
can
work.
read this binary file object. So now, if I run this again, look at that. It's able to read it, and it tells me that this has one page. If I
Okay, interesting. Let me... I wonder if... Oh, there we go. Yeah, you are going to go to get Python Learn section 17. Yeah, I'm going to save you there. The root to page, yeah, to WTR, and obviously I need to code that. Okay, let's forget about this. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that, but who cares? Yeah, let's blow. Now, in here, okay. Oh, wait. I forgot about my extension. .py. If I don't do that, it's not going to work. How did he import? PyPDF. Oh, he imported everything. Okay. And with a with statement with dummy PDF. Okay. And the mode is going to be create binary as file, and then a reader. He's creating a reader equals to the library. Well, we're going to be finishing later. Yeah, I may like to buy this one. It's the best microphone ever. I don't complain on the one I have because it's a condenser microphone. It's really good and it's way cheaper. And I have two of those. I bought one for my wife and one for myself. We just used them once at the same time. Sad. Anyway, so I was thinking about buying that one because in order for you to listen to me and using a lot of processing and using OBS to stream, and gladly OBS has access to a lot of filters for audio. So there's a lot of work to be done with the condenser microphone because if I don't do that, I'm going to get a lot of environment noise because this microphone listens to everything, and just graduating the gain is not enough. So if I use the microphone as is, I'm going to get a lot of noise on the recording, and I need to eliminate all of that in post. So for live, it's not the ideal thing, basically. So you are not listening to the AC. I have an air conditioner in the back, and it's doing a lot of noise. But OBS is cleaning the sound. But if I want to use my mixer recording features, I'm getting a lot of noise on that. But I use that sometimes for a backup when I'm recording the podcast, because I do have a podcast and my YouTube videos. But anyway, so that's a lot of money, and this is a really good discount. So I'm very tempted to buy one just because of this discount, but yeah, I don't know. I don't think so. Another thing is that my mixer has very bad preamps. So if I buy this one, I am basically forced to get a cloud lifter, or in this case, this thing over here. This is a microphone amplifier. Basically, it's giving me clean gain for this microphone, because the SN7B is really gain hungry. And my preamps are on this mixer are really bad. I'm using a Zoom Live Track LA. It's not really bad, but the microphone is very hungry, and I need that thing in order to be able to use the microphone normally, basically. So if you don't have an audio interface with very good preamps, at least 70 decibels, of gain, you are not going to listen. You're going to be having a very low volume with your microphone here. Yeah. And there is a 2-input version here, but I'm not buying 2 of those anytime soon. Another option would be to get this Rode PodMid microphone, but then again, why bother with this one if this is pretty much the best dynamic microphone out there? So I will just buy the best microphone, and that's it. This is a good opportunity to buy it, but then again, I'm going to need to get a job first. And that's what I'm learning, Python, because I want my next job to be a programming job.
This depiction of young trans girl made me cry happy tears.
What?
Let me look this up. I know. I said this is going to be fast.
Whoa.
It's not going to be.
This is a really old post.
Babysitters Club, this is Christy Thomas speaking.
Chrissy, baby.
What the hell? Okay, never mind. Yeah, a lot of power, but I don't think he's going to use it for something else other than a server to store files, or just for fun running Pop OS. But anyway. Oh wait, I was transcribing that. By pdf2.pdf file reader, and I pass the file. Oh, merger and writer, that's fun. And I need the file. And print reader, non-pages, okay. It's an attribute. No. Is that enough? Looks like an attribute. It's a property. Okay, not attribute. It's a property. It's called property here. Okay. It's an int. Okay. Let's try. Well, Python 3 PDF reader 1. Wait, there is something going on. Okay. Deprecation warning. The async core model is deprecated and will be removed in Python 3.12. The recommended replacement is async from async core import read. On line number 2. What? What the hell is this? Where did this come from? There we go. Now that's clear. I don't know where that come from. Anyway.
2page.pdf and run this. We get 2 pages. Awesome. Let's clear this. And go back to our dummy.pdf. I feel bad for naming this PDF dummy. I shouldn't be mean to this PDF. I'll work on my naming convention.
Nobody cares.
So just like we saw in the image processing, with PyPDF, we can do a lot of things to process this image. For example, I can do get page here. And if I do get page, let's say the first page, and I run this, we get the page object over here. Now it looks like gibberish here because, well, this is a special object that PyPDF creates. But if I do something like page 1, which will be the page 2 in this case, I get an error, an index error saying list index because the dummy PDF only has page. We can also do different things like, let's, for example, rotate this image, and we'll rotate it 180 degrees. If I run this, this doesn't work. Now, why is this? It's because PyPDF2 uses the reader object, but it needs to know what to rotate. In our case, we actually have to get the page of the reader to rotate it. So we have to do something like reader.getPage, get the first page of our dummy PDF, and assign this to the page variable. So that now that we have the page object, remember, a page object and a reader object. If I now run this, well, I get page object has no attribute rotate. And I may have tricked you a little bit to prove a point here. Now, this rotate object sounds like something that it should have, but it's actually not the right name that we want. So how can we solve this? And this gets back to us reading the documentation. If I go back to the file reader and let's search rotate, or let's go back here, we see that we have the page object class, which we have, right? We have the page object. If I click over here, let's find rotate. And we have a few things. We have merge rotate page. We keep going, and all right, we have rotate clockwise, rotate counterclockwise, and the angle. So it looks like this is what we need. We don't actually have a rotate method. But you see here, this is how we figure out what the library does. We also have scale to, scale by if we wanted to. So let's just
90 degrees
rotate clockwise, or let's do rotate counterclockwise.
In increments of 90 degrees.
90. If I save this and run, all right, we get back an object here. But this object is actually in memory. If I go back to my dummy,
nothing happens.
We haven't
you need to
saved
save that.
This is all in my computer's memory. When this program stops running, well, it gets trashed.
Yeah.
So let's update our dummy.pdf to actually write and rotate counterclockwise. How can we do that?
But you're reading, you're not writing.
Keyword. So inside of with open, we're going to say with open, and we'll call this, let's say, crooked. I don't know if this is how you spell crooked, so let's go with tilt.pdf, and we're going to open this file, and we're going to write to this file in binary format.
Okay.
And we're going to say as file, and in here we're going to write the file to this new file. But how can we do this? This library gives us something called a writer object. So we can create a writer variable, and this writer variable will use the pypdf.pdf. Instead of file reader, we have a file writer. And this allows us to write the object in memory, so that now I can say writer.write, and just to make the naming convention, let's say this is going to be the new file. So we'll say new file. So let's see if this works. I'm going to clear, and let's run this. All right, we have tilt.pdf. But we actually have to do one thing, because we've just opened a writer object, but we're not actually writing any PDFs into it. Ideally, we get the rotated page and write inside of it, right? So what we can do is remove the print here. We've rotated the page, and with the writer object that we have now, we can say writer.addPage and give it the page that we've rotated. So now, if I run this one more time and go to tilt, well, again, we see gibberish here. But if we open this, look at that. Our PDF is rotated, just like that. Very, very cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
So,
let me try that because you are about to finish the video. Okay, so you are printing the number of pages, but now well, we can leave that there. Reader, PDF reader, page. That's the next one. Come on. Reader, get page 0. So that's the first one. And get it the page. Then I rotate the page with page dot rotate. It's not auto completing anything. No, counterclockwise 90. Wait, clockwise, it's with capital C. And 180, why not? Let's try 180. And writer is the object that is going to write the PDF. So writer is going to be a by pdf2 dot writer, PDF writer. It's a, there we go, it's a class. Yeah, and now I guess it's just an empty class. I'm not passing anything. Okay, writer dot add page. Okay, writer dot add page, and I'm going to pass the page object that is already rotated, and I'm going to save it with the with opened statement. Stilled and the mode is going to be write binary as new file, and he's just writer.write the new file. And the stream, interesting. An object to write a file to. In this case, the with open statement is going to give me the new file object. This is the stream. If I run this, I should have the same thing. Delt PDF. Yeah, looks awful. There we go. And it actually works. Look at, well, you can see that. And this is actually text. You can select this. I wonder if I can copy this and paste it somewhere else. And what is going to paste? It's going to paste PDF. It's just represented in a different fashion. This is going to be a distraction. I don't know. Not now. Okay. So copy relative path. Well, I don't need this one, but I'm going to add it anyway. Yeah, I'm going to clean this later, maybe. Or just, well, I want that if somebody else is going to open this repo, I want them to be able to get the files I'm working on, you know? But anyway. The thing is that if I keep moving back and forth with those same files, I'm creating more history of those files. And that's the issue. I'm getting copies of the same files just because I moved them to somewhere else. But anyway.
Great, but kind of useless, right? Who really rotates PDFs? That's really hard to read. But at least it shows you the ability for us to process PDFs.
Well, maybe not rotate them in order to make them look like that. What if the original PDF is rotated already? So you may like to fix that, and this is going to help you out, basically. That's what I will use this for, in order to fix the orientation of a PDF that is on the wrong way. So this is going to be useful.
Let's work on something more exciting. In the next video, I want us to do something a little bit more useful than this. So let's take a break and I'll see you in the next one.
Okay.
Welcome back. It's time for us to do something more useful. And what I want to do is actually combine PDFs. So I have this dummy PDF, and then I also have this 2-page PDF. And maybe we have a scenario where we want to combine PDFs to form just one super PDF. How can we do that? Well, let's create a Python program. What I want to do is I want to be able to call Python 3pdf and then give it some arguments. Maybe to be able to say dummy.pdf and then combining it with 2page.pdf. And you know what? Let's combine tilt.pdf as well. And we can just keep adding and adding and adding different PDFs and combine them. Wouldn't that be cool? Well, let's do that. The first thing I'm going to do is import the sys module so that we can get the arguments. So I'm going to say inputs is going to equal sys.argv. And I'm going to do a little trick here. I'm going to say 1 and then colon. And remember, this is going to grab all the arguments besides the first one, which is our Python file. But it's going to grab all of these into a list called inputs. So we can include as many PDFs as we want. From here, let's create a function just to have our code be clean.
It's a start at 1.
Call a function PDF
finish at
combiner.
the end.
This PDF combiner is going to take a PDF list, which is going to be our inputs. And what should we do here? The first thing I want to do is just make sure my code works. So I'm going to do a for loop and say PDF in PDF list. And we're just going to print the PDF. So again, just to test our code, let's see if this works. I'm going to run this code. Well, and we have to call our function. So let's say PDF combiner and just give it the inputs. So I'm going to run this. And there we go. Our 3 PDFs. That's great. But we want to actually combine these. So the way to do this is we actually have a merger object with pyPDF. So this merger object, we can say py
PDF2
PDF file merger. So that gives us a merger object.
Okay.
And the cool thing is that this is going to be really simple.
You can pass it an argument already?
Say merger dot append PDF. So this just tells us, hey, merge everything into this merger object, the PDFs that we're going to loop through. And at the end of the loop, this merger is going to have all these 3 PDFs. And all we need to do is say merger dot write and just write the new PDF as well. Let's call it super.
No, that's
so
after the 4.
I'm going to run.
Okay.
And you see that? We now have a super PDF. If I open this, all right, we have the dummy PDF. So here we have 4 PDFs. We have dummy PDF. We have the simple PDF file that has 2 pages. And we have our rotated dummy PDF. How cool is that?
Oh, that's nice.
Notice here that we didn't have to even do the with open as file and then actually write. We just use the merger.write method to write our file. So we have a PDF combiner. If we're working on a book, for example, and maybe we have different people working on different chapters, I can just run it through this function now and combine my entire PDF.
Combine everything.
Very
nice.
Cool. Or at least I think it's cool. I hope you find.
Okay, let's try that. Why is it giving me this thing? I'm not even using that shit. It's insisting on doing that. I don't know why. What's going on now? Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. And it's complaining about something here. Doesn't conform to net case naming. Oh, because it thinks it's a model. This entire file is not a model, but anyway. Okay, let's try something new. 1704. Well, I'm going to be using this. And now, he's getting the input from the sys library. Inputs. Yeah. He's not validating anything either. So sys argv, and the index is going to be starting at 1 up until the end. So all the inputs. He's using a function called PDF combiner. Oh wait, I remember that somebody wanted me in a meeting at night. Oh god. What time was it? 9 p.m. Oh my, it's time already. Oh god. No, but it cannot be on this computer. Oh my God. Oh, I forgot about that. I'm sorry. I just was infatuated with that. Oh, okay. Yeah, 20 minutes late, I'm sorry. Let me see. Where is my... I hope he doesn't... Well, I'm going to be helping somebody really quick here. So let's pause this. Okay. Okay. What? That's not my main monitor. Okay. Now let's check the main monitor. Looks pretty much the same, but it's another computer. Okay, let's see. I wonder if I can use my camera. Yeah, I don't think so. Hello, hello, hello. Hello. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot about it. Hola. Sí, sí, te escucho. ¿Qué tal? Buenas. Ajá. A ver, ¿puedes abrir el... compartirme tu pantalla? Espérame tantito. Ok. Ok, ahí te veo. Ajá. A ver. ¿Es el mismo archivo que te pasé? ¿O ya le moviste? Sí, ¿no? Sí, yo nada más agregué al final. No cambié nada. Ajá. Ujú. Ajá. A ver, ¿qué te dice? Ah, ok. Y... Ah, pero tienes que elegir delimiter. Te saltaste una línea. Esa. Ah, por eso. Sí, sí, sí. Ah, también el último. Ándale, todo eso. A ver, dale. Y ya, eso es todo. Sí. Ah, sí. No, no sé si los valores están bien, pero creo que la cantidad, ajá. 121 creo que nada más es un valor así genérico, porque no es ni índice, no es nada. La cantidad es es el uno, el que está solito. Esa es la cantidad, sí. Ahí se ve en la lista si tú ejecutas eso, estás vendiendo un ítem del producto. Entonces, chécate y ya deberías. De hecho, corre, no sé si. Ajá, chécate cuál es ese para que veas. El refresco Pepsi de 99. Ahora dale, o sea, como quien dice vende. O sea, ejecuta ese insert. Sí, todo ese. Uno, ajá. Ahí que dice... a ver, dale clic derecho y cópiate el error. Para ver qué dice, porque no se lee. Ajá. Copy response. Y ya pégalo abajo de eso, a ver qué. Ok. Mira, ¿cerca de qué? ¿Ya viste? Te puso una... A ver, córrelo para ver qué dice. Cerca de... Y hay unas líneas. Cerca de eso. ¿Qué es eso? En línea 12. Ah, pero qué raro que las hayas... Que las haya puesto. Ajá, tienes que quitar eso, a ver. Eh, con el rayito de la izquierda, el que no tiene el símbolo. O bueno, a ver, pruébale. Ese, ajá. Ahí está. Ahora chécate productos. Y refréscalo. O sea, vuelve a correr el select. Y ya te debería. No me acuerdo qué producto era, el 4 el 8 no sé cuál. Pepsi, ¿no? Ujú. Ahí está, ya está en 98. Ujú. O sea, no, bueno, es un query, entonces te lo va a acomodar como está en la tabla, ¿no? A menos que tú decidas ordenarlo, ¿no? Con algún otro query, ¿no? Con una sentencia order by. Pero si te fijas, ya quitó uno. Si quieres, vuelve a insertar, regrésate y cambia el número de refrescos a 3 o 10 o algo así. Ujú. 98, ajá. Ponle 10. Ujú. Ahí dale, ejecuta eso igual. Ajá. Dice, porque 121 sí es una llave. Tienes que poner 122, ponle o algo así. Sí, porque ese último valor es el número de venta y al parecer, aunque lo metes manual, es una llave. A ver. Ahí está ya. Ahora sí checa y ahí está, 88, sí. Ahí lo único que te recomendaría es, no sé si es parte de tu ejercicio. Déjame abrirlo, mira. A ver, ahorita lo voy a abrir de mi lado y ahorita te comparto. Sí, pruébalo. De hecho, eso ya también lo validé. Prueba eso. 123, algo así, ajá. No hay, y copia el error como la vez pasada y pégalo. Copy response y lo pones abajo. ¿Ya viste? Ahí te dice, ese mensaje viene en el trigger. ¿Ya viste? Error, no hay existencias suficientes, la clave del producto, el stock, la cantidad que pediste y cuánto te falta. Entonces, eso si estás en Java, lo cachas en un bloque try catch y te va a salir como una excepción y ya puedes hacer con eso tomar decisiones, ¿no? Pero por lo menos ya sabe el programador de Java qué fue lo que pasó, ¿no? Y ya es. Ujú. Ah, sí. Te voy a compartir. Déjame. No sé si funciona así, pero te voy a compartir la mía. ¿Sí? Ah, ok. Déjame ver. Mira, acá. No sé si ya ves. Mira, este es el modelo de tu base de datos, ¿no? Bueno, esta es la misma base de datos que tú tienes. Aquí en la tabla salidas, esta que tengo acá, ya sí la ves, ¿no? De hecho, déjame ver si lo puedo hacer más grande, pero no sé cómo. No, no sé. Bueno, esta tabla es la que tiene el trigger. No, de hecho, no sé si esta cosa lo puede aparecer ahí, pero no creo. Bueno, no importa. Solamente hay un trigger acá. Cuando tú insertas un registro en salidas, o sea, cuando vendes algo, ¿no? Se actualiza productos y productos es tu tabla de inventario, ¿no? Eso es lo que hace y está bien. Lo que yo te recomendaría es que cheques el código de ese trigger y lo copies y pegues y lo modifiques para que haga algo similar en entradas. Porque, por ejemplo, si tú metes 10 PETSIS en entradas, ¿no? Que es un comportamiento similar que en salidas, no pasa nada. O sea, yo solo lo hice para salidas porque fue lo que me dijiste. ¿no? Sí, entonces, pero eso yo creo que lo puedes hacer, tú nada más es copiar, pegar y ver más o menos cómo jala el trigger y modificarlo para que primero ya lo ligarías el trigger a la tabla entradas, ¿no? Entonces, pero es muy similar, es muy similar. Entonces, nada más que cuando, ajá, sí, en entradas y no se refleja en productos. Y pues bueno, a mí se me ocurría porque digo, bueno, si ya está salidas, ¿por qué no hace lo mismo cuando adquiero unas 10 Petsis? ¿No? Entonces te recomendaría, si no sé si es un proyecto o no sé si es el ejercicio nada más es salidas. Ah, ok. Entonces sí te recomendaría entonces que le pongas ahí el trigger a entradas y puedes copy pegar como la vez pasada. Sí. Sí, porque si tú metes en tu tabla de entradas, pues que adquiriste 100 Coca-Colas o Pepsi o lo que sea, ¿no? La tabla de productos, o sea, tu inventario no se va a cambiar. Pero sí se ve así como raro que sí, salidas sí afecta a la tabla productos, pero que las entradas no. Pero pues eso es yo creo que con una tardecita que le dediques lo haces, porque es básicamente copiar, déjame ver, es este trigger. O sea, lo que te pasé, pues. O sea, sería copiar y pegar esto y ya nada más le cambias que el nombre, ¿no? Que es validar salida. Yo le puse, no sé cómo le pones tú. Podrías poner validar entrada, ¿no? Y ya aquí el before insert sería el nombre de la tabla. En vez de salida sería entrada, ¿no? Y creo que todo lo demás se queda igual, más o menos. Ahí ya sería cosa de que le eches un ojo. Aquí consigue, esto se queda igual, creo. Es para conseguir el stock del producto, ¿no? Y se guarda en esta variable que se llama cantidad de stock. Se guarda aquí se declara, ¿no? Y haces un query para ver cuánto producto hay de eso, ¿no? Y ya aquí nada más sería, si hay algún problema, aquí, pues no sé, tú le creas un mensaje, ¿no? Yo puse esto, pero no sé si pasa algo malo, pues ya un mensaje, ¿no? Pero no creo, porque aquí como estás adquiriendo cosas, pues bueno, ahí te lo dejo a tu imaginación, ¿no? Sí, sí, y aquí dice checar si hay stock suficiente, bueno, para la venta, pero en el caso de la compra, pues no sé si esto aplicaría, porque pues la verdad, ajá, un update y agregar, ¿no? O sea, set la cantidad de stock sería aquí más en vez de menos, ¿no? Porque pues vas a la cantidad de stock con la nueva cantidad que estás comprando, ya no sería venta, sería compra, ¿no? Este, y pues tendrías que checar cómo se llaman estos campos en la tabla de entradas, ajá. Sí, porque no se llaman igual, ¿no? Pero sí, ya sería cosa de que copies y pegues este trigger y ya, le empieces a dar. No creo que sea que te lleve más de un día, tal vez dos, ¿no? Pues sí, bueno, ¿ya te corrió alguna otra cosa o qué onda? Ah, ok. Sí, no te preocupes. Sí, luego así es, luego uno pone ahí en el archivo y luego uno no ve y dice, y sí, en la herramienta esta, el primer rayito dice ejecutar la porción elegida del script o todo si no has elegido nada, ¿no? Entonces, yo te recomiendo que si quieres ejecutar el insert, hagas el rayito solo. El otro lo que hace es que ejecuta la sentencia donde tu cursor se encuentre, ¿no? Entonces yo me imagino que los rayitos están ahí mismo. Entonces por eso los agarró como parte de tu sentencia, ¿no? Entonces, sí, entonces nada más. Y te explico lo de delimiter porque para que no quede ahí en el limbo. Donde está lo de drop trigger if exists validar salida. Abajito ves que dice la palabra delimiter y tengo dos signos de pesos. Sí, Eso es una práctica común que vas a ver en muchos lados en MySQL o en MariaDB. Esa sentencia delimiter lo que va a hacer es reemplazar el delimitador, que en este caso es punto y coma, por estos dos signos de pesos. Eso se hace porque cuando escribes en este script, vas a usar puntos y comas a cada rato. Y eso genera problemas, ¿no? A la hora de querer correr tu trigger y lo que tú quieras. Entonces lo cambias temporalmente a doble signo de pesos. Haces el código para hacer el trigger. Y si te fijas abajito, hay dos símbolos de pesos solitos. ¿Ya viste? Esos son el punto y coma real de este script. Inmediatamente de que acabaste de crear, este es el punto y coma, podría decirse, de la sentencia de crear trigger y todo eso. Es para que no te hagan ruido los puntos y comas que usas dentro del trigger. Y ya al mero final cambias de regreso delimiter a punto y coma. Para eso sirve nada más. Entonces, si quieres crear el trigger, tienes que elegir todo lo que está entre delimiter, signo de pesos, y hasta delimiter, punto y coma. Todo eso lo tienes que correr junto, si no, no te va a jalar. Sí, y ya, creo que es todo. No sé si te puedo ayudar en otra cosa ahí. Ujú. Sí, no te preocupes, échale ganas y ojalá salgas bien en la escuela. Yo creo que sí, va a salir bien. No, yo trabajo de esto, de ingeniería de datos. Entonces, pero pues es como, ajá, pues sí. Lo que pasa es que su profesión es ser profesor, no es ser ingeniero de bases de datos. Entonces no son lo mismo. Entonces, entonces sí está como complicado. Mira, es como cuando, por ejemplo, tú estás haciendo un proyecto de una tiendita de abarrotes, por lo que veo, ¿no? Pero tú eres el que está haciendo el sistema. Pero, por ejemplo, el dueño del abarrotes que lleva ahí años trabajando de eso, se va a preguntar, bueno, ¿y por qué a este chico no se le ocurre poner esto en su sistema? ¿No? Que es obvio para él. Entonces, esa es la parte. Él es profesor, pero tal vez no ha trabajado de lleno como administrador de base de datos o programador. Entonces, yo sí trabajo de eso, ¿no? Entonces yo ya identifico cuáles son los dimes y diretes del oficio, porque yo lo veo como un oficio, ¿no? Entonces, y lo ideal sería que si tienes un maestro, es que haya hecho la carrera de pedagogía o de maestro, no sé qué estudien, y que también haya trabajado de programador. Pero yo creo que eso sí está raro, ¿no? Porque hay un dicho que dice por ahí que el que puede hace, el que no puede enseña, ¿no? Entonces digo, bueno, si gano mucho más dinero como desarrollador de software, ¿no? Entonces, pues mejor trabajo de desarrollador de software en vez de dar clases, ¿no? Entonces, pues sí, pero como si es si está muy competido ahorita. Por ejemplo, yo ya estoy moviéndome a aprender Python ahorita. Incluso lo estoy streameando en vivo, ¿no? Pero sí, entonces estoy de lleno ahorita aprendiendo Python. Pues para conseguir trabajo de eso, porque está muy demandado y no hay gente. Entonces, para mí es eso como cuando empecé en bases de datos, que está muy demandado también, pero no hay gente. Entonces dije, bueno, me voy a meter en ingeniería de datos. Entonces, ahorita, como que dice, un mejor, ¿ves que tu amiga o tu compañera me preguntó que en qué pagan más? No, pues yo le dije, no, pues en inteligencia artificial y machine learning, ¿no? Eso es lo que más dinero deja. Ahorita en Tesla, creo que el sueldo base está como en 160,000 pesos mensuales, ¿no? Y ese es exacto, ¿no? Y ese es el sueldo base, ¿no? Y el bajito, o sea, tú entras ahí de junior, de programador de inteligencia artificial, y te van a poner a escribir el código fuente para manejar un automóvil solito o aterrizar cohetes solitos, ¿no? O sea, que la máquina aterrice sola, ¿no? Entonces, a eso te van a poner a hacer, pero obviamente es difícil. Entonces, pero como todo, uno va así poniendo cositas. Y quieras o no, ingeniería de datos o lo que es base de datos, eso nunca te va a faltar trabajo de eso. Porque la aplicación la pueden mandar a la goma, ¿no? Sale otro programa, o sale otro lenguaje, o sale otro framework, o en vez de que sea una aplicación de escritorio, la pasan a una página web o una aplicación móvil. Eso cambia cada rato. Pero donde guarda los datos, eso se mantiene. Entonces, por eso yo sé que de eso va a haber trabajo, güey. Pero también, pues es una realidad que ahorita ya todo está subiendo mucho. Entonces, entonces yo ya estoy buscando pivotearme a algo más arriba, ¿no? Y siempre ha sido así, estoy buscando otro empleo y ahorita lo que veo que hay más demanda, que casi no hay, es Python. Entonces, ¿no? Y pues por eso estoy aprendiendo Python. Entonces, y sí, y así es esto, o sea, también es una realidad que cuando salgas de la escuela, ¿no? Lo que te enseñaron en la escuela ya va a estar obsoleto, ¿no? Entonces, por ejemplo, ¿qué versión de Java usan ustedes? Ajá. Ah, no es una materia. O dos o tres. Oh, ajá. Eso está raro. Ok. O sea, Java uno, Java 2, Java 3, ¿no? O sea, así como materias, no son. Eso está raro. Ajá. Traducción, yo no te voy a enseñar a programar en eso. O sea, hacen una carta de Santos Reyes y hazle como. Pero entonces, ¿pero quién les enseña? ¿O ya les enseñaron? No, no les enseña a nadie. Nadie. Pero él tiene que enseñar a hacerlo. ¿Cómo lo va a pedir? No, pero él tiene que decirte cómo hacerlo. Él tiene que enseñarte, ok, mira, esto es SQL y así. Porque si no, entonces tú no tienes un maestro. Tú estás aprendiendo solo. Eres self-taught, le decimos. Ah, yo creí que tenían clases de lenguaje, así de Java, y que por eso lo estaban haciendo en eso. ¿Hasta dónde llegaron en Java? ¿Sabes hacer generadores en Java? ¿Herencia? No, no chingues. No, porque eso es como si llegaras a la escuela de medicina y te dicen, y el profesor te dice que tienes que ser autónomo y aprender medicina por ti mismo, güey. O sea, eso no funciona así, güey. No, no lo están tomando en serio. Eso es lo único malo que me molesta de las escuelas en México, que no. ¿Tú eres de México o de dónde eres? Ahorita no está muy popular por allá. Pero sí. Y Tlaxcala existe entonces. Ok, sí existe. Pero no, pero eso está mal porque no es trivial lo que te están pidiendo aprender. Eso no lo vas a ver en un tutorial, güey. Si yo estoy comprando cursos y está largo, güey. Está largo, güey. Mira, te lo voy a poner, te voy a compartir ventana, mira. Para que veas a lo que me refiero, mira. Este es un sitio web donde yo tengo varios cursos comprados. Este, Estos son los cursos que estoy viendo. Los que dicen Star Course no los he empezado. Los que dicen tanto porcentaje completo ya los hice, ¿no? Este es el que estoy viendo de Python ahorita, ¿no? Este es para aprender Python, güey. Nada más para que. Y esto ya es un curso que tú pagas como 200 pesos y como si fuera YouTube y lo ves, ¿no? Pero nada más para que te des una idea. Este que te enseña Python, digamos, el lenguaje, dura 31 horas. ¿No se ve? Bueno, este curso tiene 333 lecciones y de video son 31 horas en total, güey. Entonces, o sea, son 31 horas de video, güey. O sea, no hay ni siquiera series que duren tanto, güey. Hay temporadas que no... Sí, ¿no? Entonces, y esto nada más es para aprender Python. O sea, ya si quieres aprender otra cosa... ¿Ya aprendiste Python? ¿No? Dices, bueno, ¿ahora qué hago con el lenguaje? Ah, bueno. Entonces, ahí ya te consigues otro curso. Por ejemplo, que se llama Pandas. Pandas es una vez que ya sabes Python... puedes conseguirte cursos como Pandas. Son 32 horas de esta cosa. De otro curso. O sea, son otras 32 horas, güey. Y lo único que hace esta librería es manejar datos en archivos separados por comas. O sea, haz de cuenta que Pandas es un Excel para Python con superpoderes. O sea, todo lo que puedes hacer en Excel lo puedes hacer con esta librería, con la diferencia de que lo puedes hacer programando, ¿no? Entonces, digamos, si quieres migrar datos que tienes millones de registros en una base de datos de origen y pasarlos a una base de datos de destino, pues lo haces en SQL y se acabó, ¿no? O sea, haces tus queries, haces tu insert. Pero ¿qué pasa si no tienes permisos de la base de datos de destino? Que es muy común en el trabajo. Dicen, oye, genérame tú archivos separados por comas para esta tabla y me la llenas, ¿no? Porque a ti no confían en ti o no tienes permisos para ese sistema externo al que tú vas a migrar tus datos, ¿no? Que eso pasa todo el tiempo en ingeniería de datos, ¿no? Entonces te piden que en un archivo de texto metas los millones de registros ahí, ¿no? Entonces como que hacer eso en Excel ni se puede a veces porque ni vas a tener la RAM. Entonces para eso está esta librería. Esta librería es básicamente Excel en Python. Y te permite manejar millones de registros rapidísimamente, ¿no? O sea, super velocidad. Pero es un requisito para saber utilizar esto. El curso se llama el Bootcamp de Pandas, ¿no? Y dice, análisis de datos avanzado en Python. Para eso sirve realmente, ¿no? Entonces, eso que te comento es algo que yo googleé y que sé que esta librería hace. Pero esta librería está pesada, o sea, tiene un buen... Y aquí están todas las secciones. Mira, ¿ya viste? Son 32 horas de video. Y yo multiplico esas 32 horas por 3, que es lo que me toma ver el video, escribir el ejemplo y correr el programa, sí, aplicarlo, ¿no? Y entenderlo. Porque es que esa es la otra. O sea, aprender un lenguaje de programación es trabajo. O sea, no es trivial, güey. O sea, no es así de que háganme esto en el lenguaje que ustedes quieran. O sea, no, o sea, necesito que tú me enseñes, eres el profesor. Entonces, y ese es el problema, ¿no? Pero bueno, o sea, pues nada más eso. Entonces, ahorita yo estoy viendo ya voy en la sección 17, ¿no? Y estoy haciendo un programa que maneja PDFs en Python. O sea, los puedo juntar, rotar páginas. Hice un programita antes hoy que modifica imágenes. Pero todo esto es masivamente, o sea, no es con un paint, pues. Entonces tú haces un programa y puede ser 10 imágenes o 1,000,000 y hace todo, rum, ¿no? Solito. Igual sí, ya hace todo. Entonces tú puedes hacer incluso tu propia librería, ¿no? De decir, ¿sabes qué? Quiero agregar una marca de agua a este documento PDF que diga es draft, ¿no? O es un borrador. Para que se vea una marca de agua en la página que diga esto es un borrador y no crean que es oficial, ¿no? Entonces, hice un programita. El video anterior fue cómo juntar varios PDFs en uno solo, ¿no? Entonces tú puedes tener una lista de un montón de PDFs y los juntas en uno solo, ¿no? O sea, puedes hacer un montón de cosas. Y el que me interesa hacer es que todavía no he podido porque necesito accesos a Twitter. Es cómo hacer robots en Twitter. Todo lo que puedes hacer en Twitter, si sabes que es Twitter, ¿no? Pues una red social, ¿no? Entonces, todo lo que puedes hacer en Twitter lo puedes automatizar. Dar likes, retuitear, seguir gente, banear gente, puedes hacer todo, mandar mensajes, todo, poner fotos, lo que sea. Entonces, yo quiero hacer uno que tuitee 2 veces al día, solito, ¿no? Entonces, Automatizarlo, ajá. Entonces, para los de Twitter, ellos lo ven como que, yo mismo tuiteé algo, ¿no? Pero puedo hacer que un servicio de internet genere, hay una API que se llama bromas, que son bromas que se generan de una inteligencia artificial. Agarras el chiste y lo tuiteas. Eso es lo que voy a hacer, ¿no? Como para experimentar, ¿no? Entonces, pero esa es una aplicación muy básica, ¿no? Entonces también me imagino que debe haber algo que encontré otra inteligencia artificial que lee artículos y hace un montón de cosas, o sea, los estudia, los analiza, ¿no? Y ya obtienes, por ejemplo, qué fue la intención del artículo, cómo debería sentirse una persona. Ajá, te lo puede resumir o incluso, incluso puede la inteligencia artificial reacciona a tweets de otras personas y dice, me enojó este tweet o me gustó, así, ¿no? Entonces ya puedes automatizar incluso una persona aquí, ¿no? Pero bueno, eso es puedes mandar mensajes de SMS por Python. Eso todavía no lo he visto. Pero puedes mandar mensajitos de SMS, ¿no? Como para automatizar una campaña. O sea, puede hacer un montón de cosas. Pero a lo que voy es que no es trivial y yo le estoy metiendo horas y horas y horas y horas diario a esto, ¿no? Entonces, por eso me extraña que les pidan proyectos complejos en poco tiempo. Entonces, pero bueno, a ver. No, y en especial cuando no les está enseñando, nada más lo pide. O sea, esto no es de, te muestro todo esto porque todo esto no lo aprendo yo googleando. A mí me sale mucho mejor gastar mi dinero, comprar este curso. Y ya es un señor que ya hizo su material, que sí se dedica a enseñar, pero que aparte trabaja de esto, ¿no? Entonces, este curso sí está diseñado para que aprendas. O sea, no es así de que un fulano te pida cosas, ¿no? Pero bueno, ya ese es mi rant del día, yo creo. Pero bueno, ahí si necesitas cualquier cosa, pues me avisas porque voy a estar hasta noche, pues trabajando en esto. Ya sabes. Entonces, pues cualquier cosa ahí voy a estar. Sale. Ahí me avisas entonces. Sale. Hasta luego. Ay, sí estuvo bien. Ya me quejé. Ya hice mi rant del día, güey. Qué estupidez. ¿Por qué la gente y los profesores en México hacen esto, güey? Eso no está bien. No están enseñando, güey. Y el problema es que se me hace que no saben, güey. Se me hace que es eso. Se me hace que nada más piden porque ni ellos saben qué pedo, güey. Y no los culpo porque no está fácil. Sí, no, tampoco. Eh, pero bueno. Ahora sí me regreso a Aquí estamos. Ahora sí ya estoy en la otra computadora. Ok, bueno. Vamos a probar. Oye, ¿dónde está el reloj? Ok. Sí se me olvidó la llamada porque sí quedé. Ya ni me acuerdo qué estaba haciendo. PDF Combiner. Pero creo que eso ya está. PDF Combiner, PDF List. Ok, ahí me quedé. Merger. Y genero de este método me va a arrojar un PDF file merger. Ok. ¿Cómo se llama la variable merger? Tú eres punto PDF file merger. PDF file merger. Y ya, eso me va a generar un objeto. Este es el merger. Y ahora sí, con un for PDF en PDF list, me imagino. Ajá. Pues aquí él está imprimiendo el contenido del PDF, pero yo creo que nada más es merger append y ya, ¿no? Merger.append. Y nada más le tengo que pasar el objeto PDF, ¿no? Que es el que está iterando. Es el objeto individual de la lista de PDFs. Va a jalar uno y lo va a agregar al merger. Y ya el merger lo tengo que escribir. al final, después de ese for, merge right. El nombre es super PDF. Y ya, eso es todo. Ahora solo necesito pasar todos los atributos. De hecho, me pregunto si puedo pasar un comodín. No sé si eso es válido. Python 3, 17.4. Me pregunto si puedo poner esto, asterisco.pdf. ¿Será válido eso? No hubo salida, quiere decir que sí se ejecutó. Pero no veo asterisco.pdf. No veo super PDF. Ok, pero lo que sí puedo hacer es aprovechar esto. Y ahora sí. Pegar. Y esta es mi lista de argumentos. Ahora sí, ahí debe estar. Oh, no, mira, no está. No se hizo. Vamos a ver. Creo que sí voy a tener que poner el print. Ah, no, es que simplemente no estoy llamando nada. No, ya sí estoy bien, pero cometí el mismo error que él. Que se me olvidó llamar combiner. Y aquí tengo que poner la lista, ¿no? De los inputs. Sí, o sea, bueno, sí, creé todo, pero pues no mandé a ejecutar la función. De hecho, me pregunto si puedo mandar. Bueno, voy a probar esto, pero quiero probar también a ver si sirve. Fíjate que sí hizo super PDF, ahí lo veo, pero no sé, ¿eh? Me pregunto si super PDF tiene todas las páginas, a ver. Creo que sí, ¿eh? Sí, güey, sí funciona. Ahí está, son todas las páginas. Está draft. Sí lo hizo con asterisco, fíjate, no tengo que poner cada uno de los archivos. Funcionó con esa llamada. Pues ya no necesito probarlo con la otra, ya sé que sí va a jalar. Vamos a agregar esto al repositorio. Y pues sí, super PDF. A ver, copy related path. Ahí está. Uy, se me olvidó poner el reloj. Bueno, está bien porque creo que lo dejé correr tantito. I should go back to speak English actually. I'm sorry. I forgot. So I was helping a university student from Tlaxcala there. So Tlaxcala, Mexico. So he's studying I believe is database engineering maybe or systems engineering, something like that. This is the PDF reader. Okay. Wait, PDF reader. Oh yeah, I'm just calling everything. This is not a function. Okay, it's fine. So I was helping a student there because the teacher, he's actually asking him, you know what? I'm not going to teach you programming. I'm not going to teach you data analysis. I'm not going to teach you database modeling or SQL scripting or anything. I just want you to do this for me and figure it out. I mean, that's not teaching at all. And I'm sad to say that that 20 years ago, that happened to me in university. And basically, I got to learn by myself. And 20 years ago, the resources that we have today, this didn't exist back then. So now, if I want to acquire a new skill or learn a new programming language or even learn a new framework, I can just buy the course and acquire the knowledge by just studying this. But back then, we only had Alta Vista, we got Yahoo, we got Google, maybe? I don't think so. And the resources were very were scattered. So self-taught programmers today, we have it easier, thankfully, thanks to sites like Udemy and Pluralsight, because, well, not really, because I think I am still banned. I am still banned at Pluralsight, I believe. Maybe they just unbanned me. I don't think so. Sign in. What? I think I'm invalid username or password. Yeah, I think that my username is no longer available. They banned me like 2 years ago or 3 years ago. And I didn't care to come back because as years pass, their courses, they remain outdated. They never update their courses. So that's what I didn't care to get back there. And Udemy is not like, in the case of Pluralsight, they have their own teachers. So they pay them to make the courses. But I guess that once they get paid, they never come back and they don't really update their courses. So that's why I don't go there. And Udemy is a free market because there are a lot of teachers here. But the high end, the better courses are basically just on the top. So it's a free market in Udemy. So basically, the best teachers remain on top, and those are the courses I get to buy. Okay.
This interesting as well. But you know what? Let's go even higher. In the next video, I want to do something that's actually, I think, quite useful. So let's take a break, and I'll see you in the next one.
Watermarker. Okay. That's going to be interesting.
In this video, we're going to try a little exercise. And I actually want you to try this yourself. And in the next video, I'll show you the solution. Now, I've attached here a watermark PDF. You can see over here that it says draft, and it's just one page like this. Now, you'll find this in your resources, but I want to build a tool that's quite useful that watermarks all my files. So remember the super.pdf file we made in the last video that had 4 pages? Well, I want to watermark this, all of them. So instead of me doing manually, let's say we had thousands of pages. I want a program that can watermark my PDFs. Now, why would this be useful? Well, in Hollywood, this is actually a useful thing to be able to do.
Because draft.
Let's say you're working on a TV show. Let's call it Lost. And you want to give the script, which is super secret because you don't want the audience to find out what happened in the show, to your cast members. And all these actors are going to get a draft of the script. But we don't want them to leak the script to the press so that everybody finds out about it, right? So usually big companies in Hollywood watermark their script with usually an actor's name. So if that actor leaks the script, well, they'll know that that person has their name on the script and they're the ones that leak. So this is actually a useful thing to know. So how can we do this? Well, this is your challenge, right? What we want to do is ideally use the water.pdf that I'll provide for you. I want to write this water.pdf on all the pages of super.pdf that we combined in the previous lesson, or you can have your own PDF file. So using what we've learned up until now and the PyPDF2 library, let's see if we can give that a go. And in the next video, I'll show you how I did it. I'll see you in the next one.
Oh, wait. I should actually figure it out. Okay, I guess. PyPDF2 watermark. There we go. The library provides a method called merge page that accepts another PDF to be used as a watermark or a stamp. Merge page. There we go. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. It provides a method. In the example below, we start with reading the first page of the original PDF document and the watermark. To read the file, we use the PDF file reader class. Pretty much the same thing. Using the merge page method, finally, we will write the output to the output file. This is done in 3 steps: creating an object based on PDF file writer class, adding the merged page to the object using the add page method. I already did that. And writing the new content. Okay, so Page merge page. This is a new method, I think. Yeah, because page merger is not the same thing. Yeah, because I'm using append here. So let's reuse this maybe. No, let's use let's make it and maybe save it as, yeah, PDF page merger watermark, something like that. Merge page. Let's rename it. Merge page. Okay, merge page. Let's change the timestamp. What now? So basically the same thing. Well, I can leave that there. It's not going to damage me in any way. Oh no. Well, I should have used this time to rant about it. Uses it as a regular desktop PC, bro. I know, right? Damn. It's something. What the hell? Danny's penal implant is about to burst. What? Oh God. You may live to see man-made horrors beyond your comprehension. Damn. Tesla was right about that one. This woman is the new face of online homophobia. Why? Oh my God. Just because she hates her sister's girlfriend, that doesn't mean she's homophobic. She's not homophobic. Are you kidding me? She's not. Come on. But why though? Dash Hunt? Who's Dash Hunt? What? What the hell? What the hell is going on now? I just don't think it's natural. Oh my God. What? Why, bro? Jesus Christ. Why? What? Wait, what? Oh my God. Well, we all knew that Twitter was going to get crazy after Elon was going to buy it. Elon didn't concluded the buy actually, is it? So it's on pause. So the transaction is on pause. Okay. There is a lot of hate on Twitter, and I had to say that if I'm not careful, I find myself sometimes spilling hate myself, and I don't even realize it until it's too late. This mouse is great. I want one. Oh wait, is that a Kinos Fighters cartridge for an arcade? 2002, bro. Kinos Fighters. I wonder if there is a medal here. What's this? Yeah, it happens. That's something that I don't want to get into video editing, because I keep reading these things. Like we are 3 hours into video editing just to have a 10-minute video. In my opinion, that's a long time to invest just to edit something. Gosh, more gosh. Any more RAM? Yeah, those Java games need really a lot of RAM. Mi hoyo verso, why? El hoyo verso, why, bro? I might like to have one of those, but I live in a third world country and I don't have much money. If I got enough money to buy that thing there, I would rather buy a house here in Mexico, because that's or a very good car, at least a really good car here. Okay, time to get back. Okay, let's go back. So I can leave this. Maybe I can actually copy paste it and have a PDF watermarker, you know. And well, I just need a PDF file as a parameter. The PDF file parameter is going to receive a PDF file, and the watermarker, well, no, well, the watermark file, PDF file, and I may like to ask for a watermark file. And well, if I ask for a watermark file, what am I going to get? Okay, well, let's see. A watermark file is going to be equals to, well, I won't like to do this. Watermark, just watermark. It's going to be with an open, maybe. Okay, the watermark file, PDF. Okay, let's see how they use it here. Okay, let's see the code with open input file. So here is the code. Can I copy this? There we go. There we go. Let's copy this. Yeah, let's save some time. Okay, let's see. An input file is this one here. Maybe I can use Super PDF. Super PDF has several pages already. The output file is going to be drafted. Yeah, that's a great. Actually, I already have that file. 2-page WTR is watermark, I guess. So the watermark file is WTR PDF, and I guess that's it. I had the import PDF with open input file. It's this one here. RB read binary file handle input, read the content of the original file into a new variable PDF. And now with watermark file is this one here, as file handle watermark. The watermark variable is going to be equals to the PDF file reader. So I'm basically open. The watermark is going to be a string, basically a class. It's going to be an object watermark, a PyPDF2 object here. Then get first page of the original PDF get page. This is I did this on the previous example, and now let me open this. There we go. First page watermark page. So I'm getting the first page of the original PDF, and I'm getting the first page of the watermark file. And now on the first page dot merge page. Interesting. But this is going to work just for the first page. So this thing over here needs to change. Yeah. Yes. I need to remove this thing here. And I'm going to use merge the two pages up here. There we go. Are you serious? Are you for real? Okay, so the thing here is that I refactored this like this because I need a for loop in order to get all the pages. In my previous example here, I had this. Okay, let's copy this for loop. There we go. The merger is called merger, but here this is not going to be called merger. You are going to be PDF single page. This is a list, but I'm going to need the list of pages. How do I get that? Get pages. Maybe there is a get pages. You know. Okay. The input file. And I need a write method. Let's undo a lot of things here. Draft. There we go. So if I run this is going to work for the first page. Okay. Actually, I may like to run that. Item 3, I think it's 5. There we go. Okay, so example drafted. Let's open this. Are you for real? Open on the side? No. Open with the file. Open. Let's just open it here. There we go. So it's doing just one page. And this is the super PDF. So I know this has more pages. So it works like this. Okay. Now I need to loop through all the pages and do that. Basically, repeat the same thing. So it's adding a page on the writer. I guess I need to find a spot to insert my for loop. The first page, that's what I was moving this. Well, I can refactor this from here to here. This way, the watermark is going to be loaded just once. And I don't need to do this every single loop, every single iteration. And now here, for every single page, and now I need a list, a pages list. But this, oh, now, how do I get a list of pages? So how do I get this? The list of pages. I guess that if I had the input file here, dot get pages. No, it's a string. Damn it. Oh wait, this is the handle. Thank you. This is watermark. Okay. This is the file handle. Okay, PDF. That's the object I'm looking for. PDF dot get pages. I'm guessing here. Get page number. No. How do I get individual pages from? Oh wait, there is a get page 0. I want to build. Well, there is a get page method already. Let's see how it works. Well, it says, oh, wait. There we go. Page number, the page, and I need to pass something, a page number. The page number to retrieves a page by number from this PDF file. It must be integer. The page number to retrieve pages begin at 0. Okay, and it returns a PDF page object. So I could use a for loop, put a variable here and loop through. But how many pages do I have? That's what I don't know. Okay, let's look for at Google. This is another library. Another library. Okay. So the thing I need now, what is the library, dude? Okay, whatever. Get a list with pages. Retrieve all pages from a PDF in a single string. Okay. Let's see. There is something here. What is it? Okay, let's see the answer. Output strategically because this line. Here's the documentation. Okay, no. But how many pages you are defining? Nah, this is not what I'm looking for. Where is the actual library? By PDF2. There we go. Okay. Getting metadata from the file. Extracting text. Creating a PDF reader. Rotating pages. Merging. Splitting the pages. There we go. This is what I need. We can split a PDF into separate pages and save them again as PDFs. Thank you. Open page. What the hell is it doing? For page in range. Oh, this is what I need. Thank you. Yeah, why I didn't figure that one out for myself. Shame on me. Okay, for page in range, and I get the page object, get the number of pages, and now I can just do this. Okay, get the number, get the first page of the original PDF. Well, in this case, this is going to be indented here. There we go. And first page will be, I think this will change just to PDF get page. Page number will be fitting. Because this is an integer from a range. This is a good combo. Getting a range of numbers from the num of numbers. I need that. It begins, the range start at 0, right? Yes, 0, 1, 2, 3, perfect. Okay, so page number is here. Get the page number, get page from this page number. And I wonder if I can rename this as just page. Like this. Okay. Let's refactor the name. There we go. Okay, so the page is going to be equals to a PDF get page. Okay, this is the first step. Now, I need to merge the watermark with this. Like this. In this same iteration, page is going to be merged in page with the first page watermark. And now create a PDF writer object for the output file. That's after I run this for loop. Yeah. So this thing here is creating a PDF writer object. Huh. Yeah, I need to add a page to this writer. So I need to refactor this from here, and this needs to happen before the for loop, so I can add the page inside the page writer like this. There we go. Inside the for loop, at the end I am adding a page, and that's it. There we go. Page, merge page, first page watermark, and then I am adding that to the page writer. There we go. After the for loop, after this for loop, now I open in the output file in writer binary mode. Here is the name of the handle, and page writer is going to write the name handle of this file. And that's it. That should fix it. Okay, let's see. There is an error. I'm missing one required positional argument. Where? Line 22. What? 22. Get page. Oh, yeah, I was messing around here, so I don't need you. I don't need you anymore. Thank you. There we go. And that was pretty fast. It's sample drafted. There we go. Wait, what? Draft? Oh, yeah, because the file, the page is inverted. That's weird. But I get it, I guess. A simple PDF file. There we go. Oh, nice. And lastly but not least, there we go. I think that's it. And I'm going to put this in how do I copy? No, that's not here. There we go. Example. Where is copy? Copy relative path. I've been trying this shortcut here, Alt Control Shift C. It doesn't seem to work ever. Control Shift Alt C. It doesn't seem to be working. Okay, it looks like it works now. There we go. Maybe it doesn't work on the title, on the tab name. Maybe it does work on the file, on here, on the Explorer. I need to select the object, Control Shift Alt C, and now that works. Okay, I get it. I think I get it. Okay, let's see. Let's see the solution.
All right, how was that? Hopefully you were able to figure it out. If not, don't worry, here's the solution. What I'm going to do here is just keep the py PDF import and start from scratch. The first thing I want to do is I want to grab this super.pdf that we're going to process. So again, I'll just call it the template, and this template will be the py PDF. We'll use the PDF file reader object, and I'll actually show you a little shortcut instead of just opening it the way we have been before. We can just inside of here say open, and then say super.pdf, which is what we're going to open, and then open it with the second parameter being read binary. Just like this. We're going to create a file reader. Now you can do it this way or the way that I've shown you before. This is just a cleaner syntax that I like using. Next, I also want to open up the watermark PDF. So I'm going to call it watermark. And again, we're going to use the same thing. So I'm going to say file reader. And instead of opening the super PDF, I'll open the watermark PDF. And then finally, I want to be able to write my output and combine these two. So I'm going to say output equals, and we'll say py.pdf file writer to create our write object in memory. Now from here, this is the tricky part. Ideally, we loop through the pages here all the time and add the watermark to it.
We
are not going to know how many pages super.pdf has. I mean, we might want to change this program.
We need to figure it out.
Use the command line here to give it a file. But ideally, we want to make a program that is flexible, and no matter how many pages the given PDF has, we can process it. So what I'm going to do is use a for loop here. And we can also create a function if we want. But for now, because this is just one block of code, we can just keep it without a function. And I'm going to say for I in range, because we don't know how big this file is going to be. And what I'm going to say is template.get num pages. Get num pages is going to tell me how many pages.
How many pages are.
Remember, we've also seen the way of saying num pages in a previous lesson. But we can just use get num
pages is better.
So now it's going to get the number of pages. It's going to create a range object out of it, and we're going to loop through it. So if we have 5 pages, it's going to loop 5 times. Now in here, what we can do is have a page object. So we're going to say template get page at the index that we're at. So this is going to go through each time. And it's going to get the first page the first time around, the second page, the third page, the fourth page, so that we go through everything. And that's going to be our page object. Next, what we're going to do is say page.merge page. And this merge page is simply going to get the watermark.get page at index of 0. Because the watermark PDF only has that one page that has the watermark. So I'm going to merge onto that page the watermark.
The watermark page.
Now notice here that I didn't use the PDF file merger. And I'll show you why merge page works the way it does when we finish the project. But you can use either one. The key here with merge page is that I like the PDF file merger, which combines the files one after another. Merge page actually, merges the page.
Merge the page, one open the other.
This is something that you would have had to read through the documentation if you tried the exercise on your own. Again, one of those things that you just have to practice that muscle. Finally, now that we have the page, we can say output, which is the PDF writer that we're going to have. Our output will be the add page. And we're going to add this page that we've merged. And now finally, what we can do in here is say with open. And we'll call this new PDF. Let's call it watermarked output.pdf.
Output.pdf.
We're going to say write binary. And we're going to call it as file. So that now if we do output.write and write this file, let's see what happens. I'm going to run my program. And there you go. No errors. Let's see if it worked. We see that we have a watermarked output now. Again, this is gibberish, but if we open this, check that out. We have our dummy PDF file. We have the draft over here on the second page, third page, and even the fourth page, the rotation. We just created a PDF watermarker. That was quite simple, right? Again, if this is confusing and you're saying, hey, Andre, I didn't get this. Am I a bad programmer? No, you're not. This is very library specific, right? You're never going to get asked this exact syntax in an interview. Instead, you read the documentation. You want to merge pages. So you Google something like merge page on the official documentation of a library, and you figure out, hey, merge page is right here. I can read what merge page does, and we see, oh yeah, merges the content streams of 2 pages into one. All right, that's what we use. And you experiment, go back and forth until you have a working project. There you have it. You can now work in Hollywood. Congratulations. I'll see you in the next video.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Sending emails. That's fun. Let's see.
It's time for another project. And this time, we're going to use Python to send emails. That's right. We can send emails with Python. Now, we'll explore why this might be useful later on.
Huh,
but
I already know how.
Python has a built-in email module.
Ah,
this module actually got updated with Python 3.6. So I'm going to show you the latest version. When you Google how to send emails with Python, you might see a lot of outdated ways to send emails. So just a heads up that you might see something different than what I'm about to show you. But as of recording this video, this is the latest way to send emails. Okay, so why might this be useful? Well, imagine you have a list of emails that you've collected, and you want to launch a new startup. You want people to know about your startup, right? So we can create a program that sends emails to maybe hundreds, thousands of people at the same time, maybe a customized email with their name to promote our product. Now, we'll get into spamming and things like that later on, but you might be thinking to yourself, why do we need Python for this? For example, there are tools like MailChimp. That is a software subscription.
But you don't have to pay for that.
We can collect emails and also send customized emails. And you're right, companies like MailChimp or MailerLite, or there's hundreds of them, allow us to send lots of emails to potential customers, to sale leads, in order to try and grow our business. But I want to show you how to do it with Python, because there are times that it might come in useful. So let's get to it. And I'm going to use this project as an occasion for us to learn a few built-in packages in Python. Now, the first one we're going to use is the SMTP lib. So SMTP lib module. And we're also going to say from email.messages, import email message. And this should be email message. Again, this is the email module that comes built into Python. And actually, I'll link over here where it shows you some of the legacy API. So that is the outdated way to use things. We're going to do the emails.messages way of sending emails. Now, the other one is SMTP. Now, SMTP is going to allow us to create what we call an SMTP server.
An email message, import email message. Okay. Okay, let's have some fun. I agree. And install Windows for operation. God. Dual Xeon, that's a lot of money, bro. Yeah, how much money? Oh wait, it was wrong place to ask. Delete, yes. I need to ask on the original. Wait, I can write here? There we go. Okay, let's see feature. Okay. That's right, actually. Ooh. Ching. Who is that? Oh my God, it's true. I'm learning Python on a really good time. Okay, what? Oh my god. Is that breaking news? Well, we all knew that, so this is not news. I mean, yeah, this is not news, bro. It's not. Okay, congratulations, I guess. Oh, this is a long break. Let's use the time to watch some YouTube. There is a Twitch channel here? Okay, let's see. Oh, it's actually recommending my own stream. How much time do I almost 3 hours already here. Oh, but this is a past episode. Yeah. This was from 15 May. No, this is from yesterday.
Saludos, tripulación, y sean bienvenidos a PN Podcast Nintendo. En esta esquina está preparada para meter todos los goles posibles en el nuevo juego de Mario Strikers Nintendo. Y en esta otra esquina dice que va a meter aún más goles que Nintendo.
Ok.
¿Cómo es eso?
No, mentira, sí estoy siendo malo. O sea, Mario Golf igual esto, Mario Tennis lo disfrutamos harto, eso es verdad, hay que decirlo.
Sí, pero Mario Tennis con motion control será una basura, eso sí.
Eso sí. ¿Qué más deporte ha sacado? Mario Tennis, Mario Golf. Eso más, pues, hasta ahora.
Claro.
Mario
Lo que
Strike.
pasa es que mis quejas son, en Mario Tennis y Mario Golf, es que como que Nintendo trata de hacer un simulador cuando en realidad la gente busca fantasía. Pienso yo en los juegos de Mario. O la posibilidad de tener como más cosas del mundo de Mario, no sé, quiero transformarme en grande, quiero hacer mi pelota de fuego, qué sé yo, cosas así.
O a Luigi's in the game.
Vamos a tener un montón de cosas nuevas. Por ejemplo, tú puedes ver los stats de cada personaje por separado. Así como un Yoshi sea o fuerza o un Yoshi de velocidad, por ejemplo.
Sí, un Yoshi de velocidad, que vamos a poder sacar equipos, hacer nuestros personajes, como tú decías, con distintas habilidades, que sea más técnico, más rápido, que sea como más brutoso, para que no busquen tan fácil.
Oh, yeah.
Porque hay que recordar que si estás jugando Strikers, por así decirlo,
Sí.
este es como fútbol, como una pichanga. En mala onda, así puedes empujar a tus compañeros, los que contra la pared se electrocutan. No es un partido así
No,
como
con muchas reglas, por así decirlo, es como un todo vale.
un todo vale, golazo, power-ups, que te queda anda molestando a alguien, tírale una bomba. Aparte de eso, vamos a poder empujar a nuestros compañeros, lo cual le va a otorgar un dash a ellos. Entonces van a existir como mecánicas, que sé yo, si tú empujas y metías el manso golazo, ahora los super tiros, por así decirlo, no sé cómo se llaman en realidad.
Claro, o sea, en inglés, pero en español es super tiro.
El super tiro ahora no lo vamos a poder hacer cuando queramos, sino que va a ser un power-up, que si lo logramos conseguir y aceptarlo bien, porque obviamente hay que como que achuntarle como dos espacios chiquititos de un contador, por así decirlo.
Sí.
Hay que achuntarle dos marcas, son dos goles inmediatos.
Ah, ya.
Pero es un power-up, así que igual bueno, pues no se va a poder abusar de eso.
Igual acá.
So using stats
Igual
here.
lo vi tomando la pelota con la mano.
Sí, obvio, ¿qué le creí?
No está ni ahí.
Dije el guayo, no está ni ahí.
Claro.
Y él por él se tira un pedo y mete un gol.
Es que tiene las piernas muy cortas, entonces dice mejor uso las manos, ¿no?
Okay.
Bueno, nos mostraron como detalles de lo que son como los clubes de deportes, porque este juego sí, vamos a poder formar un club con nuestros amigos, ganar puntos y clasificar por ligas y cuestiones así, jugar con ellos de manera en línea. De manera local nos va a permitir jugar a 8 jugadores al mismo tiempo. Entonces está bien completito.
Ya sabes, la Fútbol Club, los Lanes Fútbol Club.
Y vas a poder hacer tu, o sea, no tan personalizado, pero vas a poder ponerle un color a tu equipo, ¿cachai?
Claro. Tan fijo que va a ser o celeste o rosado, o una combinación.
Sí.
Pero sí, yo estoy súper ansiosa de este juego porque lo echo de menos. Disfruté mucho el de GameCube, no jugué mucho el de Wii.
Ocha, el de Wii es. El de GameCube, la gente se quejaba ligeramente que está algunas mecánicas medio rotas. El de Wii yo lo encuentro 6 veces más roto y súper fome la mecánica de andar atrapando los goles, ok. Entiendo que tienen que meterle motion, pero es aburridísimo.
Me pregunto si acá le habrán metido motion de alguna manera.
Si es así, no sé, no tengo idea.
Para hacer los golpes, así agita el control. Igual te
Puede ser, yo no lo sabía.
Pero así con el nuevo trailer de Mario Strikers, coméntenos qué les parece a ustedes, si lo va a recibir o no. Y voy a pasar a la siguiente noticia.
Ya.
Que es que Metroid Dread es el juego más vendido de toda la saga.
Sorprendente, ¿no?
All news.
No lo esperaba, casi seguro.
Yeah, all news.
Bueno, le hicieron tanta promoción que bueno que al fin está llevándose un momento de gloria el
Sí.
Metroid.
¿Tú cachas que es el juego más vendido de la saga de Metroid? Solamente con 2 millones de copias vendidas en el mundo, ¿cachai? Es como una minucia el logro que vende Mario Kart, po,
Mario
¿cachai?
Kart, ¿cuánto eran? ¿Como 20 millones? Una cosa así.
No, yo creo que van en los 30 y tantos ya, Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Era como así, para que la gente se haga una idea. Un juego bueno, exitoso de Nintendo saca 20 millones y Metroid sacó 2.8.
Ya, pero vendió más que. Yo digo que Metroid Dread va a vender más que todos los Metroid juntos, literal.
Sí, como está toda esta moda de los Souls-like, que le va a gustar porque es difícil. Así como, oye, tal juego es difícil. Y va a haber gente que va a querer probarlo por ese.
But this is way too short.
Dice que bueno que me hice de la edición.
I feel this game is incomplete.
No, yo no puedo.
Yeah.
De hecho, creo que ni siquiera pude alcanzarlo.
Lo amigo.
Lo amigo.
Tranquila, yo lo tengo.
Muy, muy carito. Pero...
Ah, que me tiro así todo. Yo ya lo he dicho, va a salir una firma de esta versión de la Samus. Esa me tiro de cabeza cuando salga.
Genial, genial.
Entonces, eso en realidad con Metroid Dread, pucha, bacán. Igual si no lo han probado, posiblemente sea. No sé si sea un buen si es un buen Metroid para empezar, es el menos tosco de todo lo que ha salido. En segundo lugar, siendo.
Yeah, this game needs either a second part or an expansion.
Necesita harto de tus habilidades motoras, no sé. Porque, por ejemplo, mi hermano no lo pudo dar vuelta. Y así lo dejó y me pidió que le prestara al Kirby. Así que lo bueno es que él no gastó su dinero en el juego, porque si no hubiese sido algo que, pucha, después lo tienes que revender por menos plata.
Eso es verdad.
Pero-
Eso es la pura verdad.
But it's a good game.
Quiere probar Samus, quiere probar Metroid, tiene que ir con la mente bien en frío de que le va a costar. Y se
Es
queda
un
muy
juego
bueno.
de lujo.
Va a haber alguna parte que le va a costar hasta que se acostumbre bien a las mecánicas.
Acá de vez en cuando me pregunta que si llegó tarde. Aún está temprano, compañero.
Aún está temprano porque vamos recién en la tercera noticia. Y la siguiente noticia dice así, nos han mostrado un nuevo tráiler de Fire Emblem Warriors.
Más que nada, como el grupo de los Blue Lions, ¿era?
Claro, los Blue Lions que son... Mira, a mí me gusta Dimitri.
I'm going to buy that one. I love Warriors games.
Como que no crecieron, se quedaron...
I'm not even a fan of Fire
Y
Emblem.
acá nos dan, no sé si
And I
una alternativa de cuando crecen.
play the first Emblem Warriors a lot.
Porque
I finished them.
Dimitri aún ve bien.
Yeah.
Claro, pero Dimitri, dependiendo
So-
de qué camino escoge,
It's a great Warriors
no,
game.
todos queda con el ojo.
Ah, ya.
Aviso.
Bueno, pero unas monjas no son monjas aún, así que estamos bien.
Claro. La Ingrid no cambió casi nada, pero ahí vemos Sylvain, que está el guapetón Don Sylvain. Tenemos
La
también Annette, muy tierna, me pareciera que va a limpiar casa, así.
Mercedes le hicieron un flaco favor. A mí me gustó. Mercedes le hicieron un flaco favor.
¿A la Mercy?
Sí.
No, yo creo que se ve mejor que cuando está más grande. O sea, sí
No,
que-
por eso le hicieron un flaco favor, po. Eso es bueno.
Yeah, it's a good.
Flaco favor,
Looks like a really good Warriors game. I got to play that one.
Sí, porque la Mercy cuando es vieja parece monja. Parece de estas viejas como copuchentas monjas.
Y Ash está súper parecido. Como que no cambia mucho. Felix, bleh, me cae mal el personaje, así que solo verlo me molesta.
I don't even know them.
Varios personajes de esta casa, aunque aún así...
Annette looks like an NPC. Yeah. I didn't play Three Houses,
Oye,
so I don't know.
mejores. ¿Quién es los rojos? ¿Qué es Edelgar?
No.
A la Edelgar son de esa gente que le gusta que los pisen.
Y hay mucha gente que le gusta eso, así que...
Puta madre.
Pero, sí, te quiero hablar sobre la próxima noticia.
Ya, cuéntame.
Es que va a llegar Fist para la Nintendo Switch.
What?
¿Tú conocías este juego?
O sea, lo habíamos visto hace un tiempo, ¿no?
Sí, hace rato, mucho rato.
Sí,
What is
y me
that?
había ido muy bien.
It's a platform
Porque
game.
dice que no. O sea, no vendió harto, pero...
Exacto.
No, looks
pero
like
un interesante Metroidvania.
a Metroidvania. Yeah.
Está
Claro, mira.
entretenido.
Así que ya tiene mi aprobación.
¿Sí?
Sí.
Señor Bigotes.
Que sea un conejo malo.
Es un conejito.
Mr. Whiskers.
Ya.
Excepto los rabbits. Excepto, esa es la única excepción que he encontrado hasta ahora. Pero sí.
¿Y Bad Bunny?
No, es que él no es un conejo, solo tiene el nombre. Es como que dijeran que yo soy un conejo. Aunque me gustaría, no lo soy. Mira, claro, o sea, que un juego le vaya mal es eso, que no vendió tanto.
Posiblemente encuentre gente de la Switch, qué sé yo. La cosa es que esto se anunció que va a salir una versión física para Play 5, Play 4 y Nintendo Switch al tercer cuarto de este año.
Me parece bien. ¿Tú lo vas a conseguir?
Ya.
Yo voy a ver si es que lo consigo para Play 5. Me gustaría para tener algo de Play 5, porque en realidad no tengo nada.
¿No tenés nada? ¿Y el Horizon? No, tampoco.
Ese no es mío.
Pucha, yo tengo pendiente... ¿Cuál? Ah, jugar Yakuza, pero sería otra cosa.
No, es otra cosa.
O sea, no es Yakuza, el Lost Judgment. Judgment, ¿cómo se diga? No sé.
Judgment. Y así con Fist. Para los que estén interesados va a salir en versión física y va a llegar a la Switch. Para así hacer portátil. Y la próxima noticia. Es la que te hizo gritar como una niñita, ¿o no?
Hizo vibrar mi billetera, hizo llorar a mi billetera, me hizo fangirlear a mí, así que fue una unión de gritos
Is that
constantes.
Monster Hunter?
Claro, tu billetera
Rise,
gritada de
Sunbreak.
llanto
There is an
real,
expansion now. Oh my
Un
god.
evento digital de Monster Hunter Rise, Sunbreak y mostraron nuevos detalles.
Exacto, o sea, mostraron varias cositas, por ejemplo, bueno, nos dieron más detalles como del Malseno, creo que se llama Malseno, el cual como que se basaron como en haciendo hacer como una especie como de dragón vampiro, cosas así como que absorbe la energía vital de las criaturas vivas, por así decirlo.
Como esa serie de vampiros que nosotros vemos.
Eso mismo. Entonces, como que el loco, además tiene como una mecánica especial,
Ujú.
la cual literalmente como que te infecta, y tú tienes que pelear para que no te absorba tanto la energía vital, porque si absorbe mucha, se transforma.
Y no vas a querer pelear contra este bicho transformado.
Créeme que no. Pero eso, también mostraron que van a haber otras subespecies, del Somnacan y del Almendrita, quiero decir, el Almudrón. Y que va a volver un viejo monstruo insignia que es el Sergios.
Que le dicen el Sergio en la comunidad.
La comunidad latina le llama el Sergio. Vamos a matar a unos Sergios, vamos. Pobre Sergio. Entonces, este loco como que te tira huevas y vuelve lo que es el sangrado con él.
Ah, ya. ¿Y el sangrado
Entonces-
te lo quito con Nulibayas?
I played the first
Sí.
Apachadito así.
Sí,
Monster Hunter World,
me acuerdo una vez
and it was a very fun game, but
un golpetazo del monstruo con el que estábamos peleando.
I didn't like the movement of the
Bueno, y el detalle también
characters.
como que le gustó mucho a la gente, porque esto ya, o sea, los
They were
como que
slow
se volvieron así
and
locas,
heavy.
por así decirlo. Y pucha, y
But I
bacán
guess
que
that's
vaya
the-
agregando como más layers como de
I don't
profundidad,
know.
lo que es la utilización de las armas, ya que en este juego, aparte de agregar como muchas más artes configurables como movimientos de las armas, que ya teníamos, por ejemplo, en el actual, había armas que máximo tenían como para cambiarle 3 habilidades, o 3 formas de ataque, o el ataque con los acuerdos amarre.
Claro.
Pero acá como que dijeron, mostraron un poquito y poco menos que sea una lista como de 5 habilidades que puedes cambiar, y de paso puedes tener como 2 libros de habilidades, por así decirlo. Entonces, mientras vas peleando, haces una combinación de ataques, y puedes cambiar entre uno de esos 2 libros. Entonces, en vez de saltar con la espada larga y hacer el dash para abajo, de repente vas a tener el super counter, si es que quieres. Entonces vas a poder tener como lo mejor de los dos mundos a tu favor.
Claro, vas cambiando entre las distintas habilidades mientras estás en el juego, que antes no se podía. O sea, tú eliges uno de los dos y te va, o uno de los tres y te quedas con
Sí,
eso.
sí, po.
Entonces ahora le da más flexibilidad, lo que hace también que la gente salga con más...
Con más
tú
build
dices,
extraña.
estrategia, claro. Y,
Porque para eso, en realidad.
y así con Monster Hunter Sunbreak, nosotros vamos a estar transmitiendo en el canal de Twitch de Paragas cuando salga este juego. Ojito, vaya a seguirlo, porque
Vamos a trolear
entretenido. Sí, sobre todo yo que ando malita para ese juego porque cambié de arma. Dije, me voy a usar otra cosa.
Me da uno del plan de los populares.
¿En serio? ¿Esa es un arma popular? Yo pensaba que
Sí,
la
po,
popular era...
la que uso yo y esa.
La espada larga, por si acaso. Yo cambié, ¿cómo se llama la otra? ¿La doble?
La duales.
Duale. Claro, yo digo dualis como la de Splatoon. Pero, claro, duale es muy fácil.
Wow.
Bueno, sí, apretar a cada rato. En cambio, en el otro tengo que pensar. Y ahora pasemos a que también mostraron el control de Sunbreak.
Sí, me dolió. Porque pucha, el control que es bonito. Idealmente tiene, bueno, el de Monster Hunter Rise, el normal tenía el Magnamalo impreso en la carátula como el control. Este tiene como el Marcelo, en blanco y negro, pero con muchos vampiritos chicos alrededor. Entonces está como hermoso. Dijeron, sí, vamos a sacar un control pro para los consumidores compulsivos obsesivos de Monster Hunter. Y de paso, me hicieron recordar, y recuerden que van a salir más amigos, que van a ser el perro y el gato con la armadura del Marceno.
Sí.
Y la minifigura del Marceno, por lo que, o sea, rígido. Ahí lleva más la billetera. Y eso que hablaron que van a empezar a vender un pack donde te van a vender el juego junto al DLC. Si ya tienes el DLC lo puedes comprar solo. O puedes comprar la edición deluxe con el del DLC. Que posiblemente sea lo mismo que conseguir como algunas layer skin y esas cosas. Una layer.
Okay. Let's continue.
Anytime you send emails to anybody, and this should be email message. Again, this is the email module that comes built into Python. And actually, I'll link over here where it shows you some of the legacy APIs. So that is the outdated way to use things. We're going to do the emails.messages way of sending emails.
Okay.
Now, the other one is SMTP. Now, SMTP is going to allow us to create what we call an SMTP server. Anytime you send emails to anybody, it needs to have a server that communicates the language of the email. And this is what SMTP is used for. For example, on websites, you might see HTTP or HTTPS as the protocol of communication between a browser and a server. In the same way, emails have their own protocol for communicating, and that's through SMTP. As a matter of fact, the acronym stands for Simple Mail Transfer Protocol.
Okay.
It's a protocol or a standard for emails to be sent from computer to computer. Gmail uses this, Hotmail uses this, pretty much most email clients. I'm going to link to some resource if you want to read more about SMTP, but the key thing is, if we want to send an email, we need SMTP server. Now, from here, we're going to dive into how to send our first email. Before we get into that, in the next video, I want you to go ahead and create an email account if you don't have one. I'm going to use a dummy email account, a Gmail account that I just created, because what we're going to do is we're going to have to log into this using a password, our username, and actually send an email from this email account without actually using this browser. So go ahead and create a dummy Gmail account, or you can use your regular one.
Well,
but
I have one.
Away from everything, and I don't really want to share my personal email password with you, so I'm going to use this one. All right, let's take a break and send our first email in the next video.
Okay. Heads up, if you're following along and using Google Gmail account, a recent Google update to their terms and features means you had to do an extra step to be able to send emails. Otherwise,
let's send our first email. Now, this requires a lot of configuration that, again, you'll just have to get used to. So if it looks overwhelming, don't worry. Once you have this basic setup, you can send any type of email you want. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to say email is going to equal this email message that I just imported, this email message class. And this is going to be our email object. From here, we can add to this object the from key, which will be, hey, who's this email from? This email is going to be from myself, from Andre Network. Next is who is this email going to be to? Well, this email is going to be to, well, let's say Andre at 02mastery.io. So we want to send the email to this email address. And then the email
body, the subject,
we'll say,
and then the body, I guess.
Let's create the worst spammy email possible. I think this will be funny. Let's say you won $1 million. There you go. That's a spammy subject line, that's for sure. So that's our subject. The next thing we're going to do is say email.set content method, which essentially says what's the content of the email. In our case, let's just say I am a Python master. Now in here, we can actually set any type of content we want.
Yes.
We can do text, we can do HTML, we can do images. We'll get to that a little bit later on. But for now, this is fine. There you go. That's our email object with the from, to, subject, and content.
Does that work?
But we need to send it, right? So what we need to do is to use this SMTP server to log in to our Gmail client and then send that email from there. So all we're going to do is say with smtplib.smtp. And in here, we're going to say what is going to be our SMTP server. And the reason I got you to create a Gmail account is just so you can follow along, because this is going to be custom to whatever email client you're using. In our case, we want our host to be Gmail. So I'm going to say smtp.gmail.com. This is going to be our host. And then this SMTP is going to be running on port 587. Again, you don't have to know this exactly. If we go back to SMTP, you see over here that typically submit outgoing email to the mail server on port 587. Remember, SMTP is a protocol. It's a standard for machines to communicate with each other. By using port 587, it's just a standard way for SMTP server to be run. Like I said, this is one of those things that you can usually just Google around and copy and paste because it's going to be the same. If you have a different client than Gmail, then again, you can Google and see what type of host you need.
Okay.
In our case, let's continue here. We're going to say with this host as SMTP because we're going to use this now. Make this a little bit bigger so you can see. And in here, this is the part that's going to look confusing, but again, it's just you do it once, and once you do it, you have an email server that you can use. I'm going to say smtp.ehlo. Kind of looks like hello, but it's not hello. This is actually part of the protocol of the SMTP, again, the agreement. It starts with a little hello message that, well, it's typed like this. You can actually Google why this method is like this and not actually says hello. It's actually a pretty funny story. So we have SMTP hello. So that's the initial, hey, this is a server, I'm awake, hello message. Next, we do the smtp.start TLS. And TLS is an encryption mechanism. So we want to connect securely to the server. And now this is the critical part. Up until this point, you might be confused as to what we're actually doing here. We're essentially, with this next line, we're going to connect to this email account, this Gmail account that I created, so that instead of me opening this page, hitting compose, and writing that email that we already wrote, I can do it from code. So what am I going to do? I'm going to say smtp.login, and I'm going to log in with my credentials. So the first one is going to be this dummy email that I created, which is 0tomastery1@gmail.com. And next is going to be the password that I used for this login. Again, this is something that, because I've created a dummy account, I don't mind sharing it with you. The password is hello, ZTM, my old friend, 1. So this way I'm able to log in to the server. And guess what we're doing next? Well, next we're going to say send message. And we're going to send, what are we going to send? This whole email that we've created. So let's do email. And just for fun at the end, we'll say print, all good, boss. There we go. Now, if we didn't make any errors, this should actually work. Let's give it a go. I'm going to say Python 3, and then run our email sender.py. I want to give you a warning here. If you've named your Py file email.py, this actually might give you an error. So make sure you name it something other than email.py. Let's give it a go. There's a bit of a pause, and we have all good boss. There was a pause here because we had to connect to our server, log in to our account, and then send the email, and then all good boss. So it looks like this code worked. So let's test it out. I logged into this dummy account, and I sent an email to andre@zerotomastery.io. Let's check that email account. And look at that. He won $1 million. I am a Python master from the email address of our dummy account. Now, I actually had to pull this out of the spam folder because it was marked as spam because, well, it definitely looks like spammy email.
Yeah, looks like
so
a
that's
spam
awesome. We're just able to send an email through Python. How cool is that? In the next video, we're going to explore this a little bit more and make this a little bit more dynamic so we can customize it to each individual that we send email to. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Okay, I think I'm going to leave it here. And I'm going to try to get some sleep and continue tomorrow morning. 3 hours stream. Wow, that was something. I think that I just progressed a lot on this chapter. What? I think I'm halfway through the chapter, maybe. 3 hours, okay. Sending emails with Python 3. And then a password checker. Okay. Password checker. And then the Twitter API that I already saw. I already watched that. And then the SMS with Python 3. Okay. And after this chapter, what's going on? Scraping data with Python. This is going to be interesting. Okay. Well, thank you for watching if you did that, and see you later.